Hello, good afternoon. I haven't chosen a football shirt yet, so give me a moment. I need to figure out what I'm going to wear today for today's stream. But hopefully everyone's okay. Say hello in the chat. I'll be back in 1 second whilst I choose a shirt, and I'll say hello to everyone. Decisions. What should we go for? Oh, you know what? I know what I'll go for. I started watching the new season of Ted Lasso this week, so maybe we'll go for a little Jamie Tart number. Come on, then. Here it comes. All right. Ready to rock. Jamie Tart. Right, we're in. Hello, everyone. How are we all today? Let's see who we got in the chat. And let's talk about FPL for a couple of hours. Why not? That's what the deadline days are for. So, who we got? FPL Talk Official is here. Member for 3 months here. FPL Joe's here. What's up, my friend? Jandre's here. Houseman's here as well. FPL Jacob. Void says, hi, YouTube. Hello, my name is not YouTube though, but YouTube's name is YouTube. We've got Ben, we've got Orsella, Baller. We've got a super chat already coming from Sam, who says, start Brobby or Sobersley, and I'm on triple Captain Bruno. Oh, triple Captain Bruno. I mean, you could do triple Captain Bruno. I don't hate it. I don't think it's not really something I've even really considered, but like, you can do a little bit worse, I suppose. Stop Robbie or Sobo. I think the fact that Fulham looks so defensively poor in game week 1, defensively, makes me lean towards Brobby, but I want to play Sobersley as well. I think Sobersley's the safe bet, but I try and find a way to get Brobby in. Yugan is here as well. Hey, Dan, are there any other opportunities for bench boost other than Game Week 2? It really depends on how you're set up. To be fair, the way Game Week 1 bench boost ended up going for a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people on 3, 4, 5 points on the bench boost, that is definitely achievable later on in the season, so long as you have 2 playing goalkeepers. If you've got 2 starting goalkeepers, and then, if you have gone a little cheap on the bench, at least your 4 million guys are like a Coventry defender or something like that, then yeah, there will be other opportunities. I haven't looked at them in great detail, to be honest, and it's going to be, I think, so squad dependent. So what I'd be doing is I'd be looking for primarily a game week in which both of your goalkeepers, playing goalkeepers, hopefully, yeah, that would probably be the week. If both of your playing goalkeepers have good fixtures, that's where I'd be looking to kind of, hit that bench boost. So yeah, I guess look at your 2 goalkeepers. When are the best fixtures for both of them? When have you got a big bench dilemma between your 2 goalkeepers? That's got to be the one. That's where I would start looking through it. Anyway. Troy says this season would have to be make or break for you, surely. Can't be going 4 straight years outside the top 100k. I have to admit to you, and I have thought about this in quite a lot of detail. This genuinely could be my last season making FPL videos. Genuinely, if I don't have a good season, I'm not going to waste people's time. I know there's a lot of people who do enjoy the videos, which is absolutely amazing. But I think at a certain point, it will be time for me to make way for the next generation of FPL content creators. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm thinking about. But look, I'm not going to leave YouTube. I'll just do something slightly different, I suppose. But it's something I have thought about. Or, just like, I don't know, passing the channel over to someone who perhaps deserves it a little bit more. But look, I'm doing my best out here. We'll see how we go this season. But come on, man. Like, I can't stick around. I can't stick around if I'm not wanted, But look, we can talk about that later. And to be fair, we've got a couple of hours till deadline. We can talk about like whatever for a while. A few people saying no. Listen, guys, if views continue to drop, and I can't back up my FPL ability, then there's already so many FPL content creators at this point. So it's something I need to think about deeply. But like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing this. If you go, I delete the app. Let's protest. I'm not sitting here saying I'm going to quit. Let's just see how this season goes. You're the OG. Oh man, look. Exactly. I've been around forever. Man. This is, I think, my 7th season making FPL content. But I'm very pleased a lot of you guys to still love the content. Look, no decisions being made yet. Los Pepe says Ruben Dias or Richards. Don't quit, bro. I appreciate it, man. I think I would play Ruben Dias this week. Yeah, I'm going to go for play Ruben Dias. Yeah. Are we going to get some early City team news? I hope so. And if we do, you guys will be the first to know about it. We'll make sure that you guys know. Your research and presentation is the best. If you enjoy it, keep doing it. I mean, it comes with a heavy weight, and if you perform poorly, in FPL, like my insane 243rd finish, it seems years ago now. But yeah, like there's so many great FPL managers in the content sphere now. There's so many amazing managers, and I'm definitely not the kind of guy who will outstay my welcome. Definitely not. But alas. Hume or Aya? Hume is really like high risk, high reward, isn't it? The other option is not sharing your team, just focus on producing data for people. I mean, yeah, that's definitely the route I'm trying to take, really, with this channel, is like to try and give people the tools to make their own decisions. But what I have noticed is like the trends in FPL content are very much more trending towards tell me what to do kind of thing. People, a lot of, like most people, I don't know, a lot of you guys are not like that. Most of you guys here are probably not like that. That's why you're here. But a lot of the, the big viewership is coming from people who just want to be told what to do. They just want a team to copy. There'll be a few people in here. And people kind of wanting kind of maybe slightly shorter videos with less discussion, and they don't want to make their own decisions. They just want to win their mini leagues, tell me what to do, and go for it. But look, that's never been what this channel is about. It's never the way I want this channel to be. But like, times change, times move. YouTube evolves, content evolves, I've been around the content creation sphere, not just in FPL, but, going back the last, I think I've been making YouTube videos in one way or another for 16, 17 years now. Things ebb and flow, things change. And if you don't adapt to it, you either adapt or you move with the trends, or you pivot, I guess. FPL Joe says, struggle to find a creator with better put together videos. The editing style / analysis is proper peak FPL content. Listen, man, I appreciate it. And I always want to try and be a trailblazer when it comes to content creation. But yeah, I'll be totally honest. I know that I'm pretty good at making videos, I guess. I don't know if it's appreciated as much in the FPL community as it would be perhaps appreciated in a maybe more general football kind of area. I don't know, man. Why do I get more hate on Twitter than the other guys? It's ranks, man. It's ranks, man. I don't know. I was a little argumentative when I first started up in the FPL Twitter space. Like, I was constantly arguing with people about who's the best picks. But this is like 7 years ago, so I don't know. I'm pretty squeaky clean these days. I've chilled out. I've mellowed out in my old age. Let's answer a few FPL questions through this. Van der Vaart or Aya, what do you think? Honestly, generally speaking, unless we're kind of competing against Arsenal defenders and Manchester United defenders, maybe City and Liverpool defenders. I pretty much would choose Coventry defenders every time. So if you don't have, what did I say? Arsenal, Man United, City, or Liverpool defenders, I would prefer a Coventry defender to play this week. Damn, bro, you saved my sanity during lockdown. That's going back. I know you've been around forever, SS Red, haven't you? Crazy. You're the best FPL vibe. Yeah, well, we're keeping it vibes. We're keeping the vibes good here. Kabalash says, Dan, all I think you need is to find a new concept which can engage people who enjoy playing FPL that no other FPL content creators do. I do that every year, my friend. I do that every year, and within 6 months, everyone's doing it. Like, like we do come up with some good ideas, but the ideas are democratized. Anyone can do it. Joey says, I feel that, to be honest, it's a space that doesn't mind an unedited 1 hour video. So fully edited 10 to 20 minutes is a hard sell when it's so much extra work. That's what I'm saying, man. Every video I make is between 8 and 12 hours to produce, typically. And then on top of that, I've got to keep up with short form content. To be fair, I just need to hire people to help me out, to be honest. Like, that would solve a lot, because I do just spend way too much time making FPL videos. Way too much time. But no, I appreciate your kind words, guys. I really do. What are your views on captaining Mbermo? I like it, to be fair. I like it, to be fair. I don't have the bravery to captain Mbermo, but I massively respect anyone who has the willingness to go there. I do wonder if stylistically this game suits Mbermo. Just because Mbermo usually thrives in the slightly more open games. So if Manchester United were playing against a Fulham, for example, I'd perhaps prefer, or an Aston Villa, something like that. I prefer Mbermo against one of those teams, really. Dan, someone messaged me, said Calafiori is injured, but I can't find anything online. I've not seen anything. And I've gone through every single press conference today. So, yeah, there was absolutely nothing. You shit on people's choices, but can't when other people do it. What are you talking about? When do I ever? I mean, I joke about other people's choices. I joke about my own choices. I make jokes on X. What do you want from me? I deal with all adversity with jokes and humour. I don't try and rage people and cry when people come at you. Because when people come at me, it's typically personal. I just make a joke like, I don't know, I made a joke at the weekend that said, whoever suggested Game Week 1 bench boost has blood on their hands. That's just a joke. But again, that's another thing that I wonder if the FPL space is maybe not super suited to the way I make content and the way I am. It's because people don't like jokes well, a lot of people don't. You guys do. That's why you're here. Well, other than that guy who was complaining there. But, you know, people don't like jokes. It's quite a serious space. It's serious, it's competitive, and ability in FPL is valued very, very highly. Very, very highly. Dan, it's raining. Not where I'm living, my friend. It's beautiful sunny day. Beautiful sunny day. Can we touch United with Bruno captaincy? I wouldn't overreact to Game Week 1. Let's put it that way. Home game, I think there'll be a bounce back. And Bruno had a terrible game, but Bruno does have the odd, like, poor performance in his locker, doesn't he? But then he'll be back with 3 incredible performances in a row. Sarcasm on Twitter doesn't land. I think that is a big problem. I make a lot of sarcastic jokes on Twitter, and people think I'm like coming at them or, you know, trying to attack them in some way. It's really not. It's just me trying to make light of difficult situations in FPL. But if you take FPL super seriously, you don't want any light to be made of it, I guess. I don't know. Oh, guys, you're actually you are actually being so kind in the chat. This is why I stick around, by the way. This is why I stick around, is because the positivity, and, you know, I do hope there'll always be some people who'd like to watch FPL, mate. I remember the days where you just play FPL and it was just for banter with your mates. The good days. Yeah, I mean, there's the argument, genuinely, that there is an argument that content creators are making the game of FPL worse. There's a genuine argument for that, and I fully appreciate it. Especially paid people, you have to pay people to reveal they reveal their team. You pay them and they show you their team every week. Or I don't know, just copycat managers. That obviously makes the game of FPL worse. But I think my role as an FPL content creator is to provide people with the tools and collate information and present it in a nice fashion. So you guys, by watching my videos, are essentially doing your own research. I'm just formatting it for you guys to do that. Should we have a look at my team? I feel like we've been looking at my face for way too long. I'm sure some people are absolutely sick of seeing it in such a large... Some people watch these streams on TV. There's a giant FPL Mate face on their TVs for a while. Let's check out my team, guys. And the bench boost is heavily active. It's heavily active. It's nervy. It's nervy. Have you seen on Twitter Villa got Ibrahima and Bai? Will he be a good FPL option? I've not seen it. I don't know. I need to look into that. Where's your blackcurrant drink? Yeah, so we're double drinking today. We've got the orange squash today with the orange Lucozade. I felt like if I had an orange Lucozade, I had to have an orange squash as well, because otherwise there'd be too much flavor crossover. It'd be very messy, guys. It'd be very, very messy. Right, let's check out what do we got in the chat. We've got a very active chat today, guys. Appreciate it. DCL or Gonzalo? Honestly, that's my big regret from Game Week 1 is picking DCL over Gonzalo, because I actually did like Gonzalo, but I just saw him as too much of a risk taking on the crowd who went for DCL, essentially. And, I don't know, man. I regret that. But it's not something that I think is worth making a transfer for. But if I was on a wild card right now, I don't know, man. I would watch him make videos just about anything, G. Well, you might be in luck, because I have an idea. I've spoken about this a little bit before. I have an idea for another YouTube channel that I would very much like to explore at some point in the near future. Hey, Dan, what do you think about Njai? Yeah, it's a tough one. A few people asking about Njai. It's so difficult because clearly he's on his way out, right? I think we can all agree that there's a 90% chance he's going to be leaving Everton this week. It'll be in the next few days. Quick super chat here from Martin, who says, do you think Sanchez will start for Chelsea this week? I think this could be his last week. I think this could be his last week in goal. And then Martinez. Do we really think Martinez comes straight in this weekend? Surely not. Surely not. So yeah, Sanchez this week and then Martinez next week. Let's say throw in Penders. I don't know. Honestly, I'm really struggling with that Sanchez situation, whether he'll play or not. Hopefully you're not on a bench boost. That's all I'll say. But going back to Njai, it's so super difficult. I think he'll leave, but I actually would also. I don't think anything is crazy advanced. I mean, he's not doing his medical anywhere, is he? And I do think the kind of player that Njai is, and the kind of manager that Moyes is, the personalities of these guys, that Njai will just play at the weekend. Now that said, if I'm not on a bench boost this week and I have a player on my bench who I'm kind of umming and erring about a little bit, I think I would play that player above Njai, and I would just bench Njai this week and just kind of cut out any kind of risk. But if I'm honest, I'm like 60-40 in favour of Njai starting this week. I think he's more likely to get an early sub than usual because, you know, injuries can scupper deals. And you also wonder if, you know, is he going to be playing? How is he going to be playing? Is it going to be like final game for Everton, the club that's given me so much, full, dedicated, throwing himself into everything? Or, you know, is he going to be like, don't get injured, do not scupper your opportunity to get this big move to a new club, and playing with maybe a bit of caution? I do think that if you're not on a bench boost, there is enough reason to bench and Jai though. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Palestra replacements for bench boost. Yeah, I think if you are on a bench boost this week, I would look to replace Palestra. Although, who would I go for? Maybe Gavardio. Gavardio jumps out immediately in my mind. Who else could you possibly go for? Maybe we should have a look on Hub. Try and get some ideas. Let's get the points predictions. So let's just say we're looking for 2 to 6. 5.5 budget defender. This is if you're on bench boost, by the way, guys. Botman, but you know, you need someone for kind of now as well. So you need a good fixture now and also some good fixtures in the future. So Botman and Chow away to Spurs. Are they going to cut it? Van Hecker, do we trust him? Probably not. You're not going to go for Palace. Possibly not for Everton either. This is kind of tricky, you know. Hill? Or Silver? Silver, 5 million. Who else we got? Ballard, probably not. Oh, is Gavardio 6 million? His minutes are probably predicted to be mixed. Yeah, his minutes are predicted probably low, which is impacting his predicted points there. I think I go Gavardio if it was my team. Yeah. I'm on a bench boost. Should I use a transfer to replace Petrovic? Right now, I don't think I would do that. There's not really been too much to suggest that De Gregorio is going to come straight in and play. It's more of a nervousness for future game weeks with Petrovic. I think he should be okay for this week, though. So I don't think I'd use a transfer. Lewis says Sangari versus DCL and Rodon versus Aya. I would go... I guess if you're... Yeah, because you're kind of looking at players against each other. I think I would play Sangari over DCL. But would I play Aya over Rodon? Yeah, where would I lump there? No, DCL's on penalties, though. If they weren't playing each other, I'd probably say DCL and Aya, but they are. And if you're happy to hedge DCL and Aya, but if you're not, maybe Sangare and Aya. I think I'd bench Rodon, but I think he's slightly less likely to get defensive contribution points. And I think we'll have a look at Joe's clean sheet projections here. Let's do a refresh. Let's compare. Zoom in a little here. We need to find Leeds 27, Brentford 26. There's nothing in it. So you back the DEFCON guy, right? Which is Aya. I'd say Sangare has the higher floor than DCL, but DCL's got the higher ceiling. Potentially there. So I don't know. If you had DCL and Aya, which one would you bench? I guess Aya? Yeah, I guess Aya. But, like, there's not a huge amount in it. Tough one, man. Tough one. Yeah. Should we do a poll? Like, a few people asking about captaincy, Haaland versus Bruno. Should we see where you guys are at? Yeah, it's a really tough one. You kind of got to pick your poison. Choose who you want to back in that fixture, because it is a really, really open game in terms of the odds. That's really difficult to call. So I'm going to do a poll. Who is your... Is there anyone else? Bruno, Haaland. I would say Mbermo's got to be in that conversation, but I have a feeling like people are more likely to go for like a Chelsea guy. Okay, throw in the chat, guys. Who else are you captaining? I'm going to make the poll. Who is the best Game Week 2 captain? So I don't necessarily want to... When I throw in this poll, I don't want you to vote based on who you have. JP? Okay. I want you to vote on who is the best out of these guys. You know what? You know what I'll do? I'll do Bruno Fernandes. I'll do Haaland. I'll do Palmer and Joao Pedro together. And one more option. People saying Solis as well. So Solis or Mbermo seem to be the other popular guys. Although, to be honest, I'm going to go Mbermo. All right. Polls in the chat, guys. Get your votes in. I'm super curious to see where you guys are. I'm really curious to see where you guys are with this. Solis. No, bro, I have him. I'm not captaining him against Aston Villa. You didn't watch Aston Villa that first game, my friend. It was appalling. It was absolutely tragic. You don't hate Saka either, Jandro? Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Saka either. I mean, the problem with Saka is there's always some concern about his minutes. Neil says, hi, mate. Love the content, including the jokes. Play 2, Slater, Ayer, Gross, and Rodon. No bench boost. I think I'd bench Slater, and I would play Ayer. And I'd possibly just Gross on penalties. I'd play Ayer and Gross out of those 4. Villa will bounce back to a 1-0 loss this week. Hey, as long as Arsenal win, I'm happy. Haaland almost always scores against Palace. Yeah, is it? It's 8 goals in 5. Haaland against Palace. Is that correct? Insane record. Insane records. Averages over 1 XG each time he plays Crystal Palace. Is anyone rolling this week? Nixie says, yeah. Is anyone not rolling this? Is anyone actually making a transfer this week? It's like I've been forcing videos essentially this week because like it's my job. But like on a real, like there's nothing to say. Don't make transfers unless you've got an injury. Play your bench boost if your bench is well set up for it. Captain Bruno or Haaland. Bada bing, bada boom. I could have just said that. Put that out in a video on Monday, and that would have been content sorted for the week. Haaland also always scores in Gameweek 1. That's true. That's true. Records are there to be broken. Keep Lefay, or who should I get? Wildcard 4. I mean, no, I wouldn't sell Lefay. I think this Fulham fixture is really good right now. Until Fulham have figured out, really, they're basically got used to this system that Arbeloa is drilling them on with the kind of wide, spaced out centre backs, aggressive defending. I don't know if they've quite figured it all out yet internally. Like the players, it's going to take a while for them to adapt to the new system, and until they do, they're going to be there for the taking. So I'd be super keen to play attackers versus Fulham for the time being. I don't, if you have Fulham defensive assets, I'd be a little worried about them as well. A little worried. Like, granted, like Sunderland is a pretty good fixture for them. Should you start Mukiele? I think so, yeah. I think Mukiele's got, we saw him with the attacking returns last season. I wonder if he's got a good chance. Hi, Dan. Are you planning wildcard 3? No, I think I'll be wildcarding in Game Week 4 at the earliest. I'm going to try and get one more week's worth of information. And I think wildcard 4 also allows me to go in a little more heavy on Arsenal and Chelsea without any short-term sacrifices. I'll go triple Arsenal, triple Chelsea in Game Week 4. And, I don't have to worry about them playing each other in Game Week 3. That's my plan anyway. Richarlison start? I don't think so. We've got a super chat here from Anders, who says, no, planned bench boost 2 with Njai Palestra. Oh, what to do? And if no bench boost, who do I start? Sangare, Njai or Thomas. I start Thomas ahead of any defender. In fact, let me just scroll up. Here. So if your clean sheet odds are, I'll just play the guys with the best clean sheet odds. Coventry clean sheet odds have gone up again. I'd play Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool defenders over your Coventry defenders. That's it. If you've got City is questionable, but if you've got Bournemouth, Sunderland, Chelsea, Leeds, Fulham, Brentford, anyone else down here, defenders, I would play I would definitely play your Coventry guys ahead of them. Would I bench boost with Njai and Palestra? Honestly, no, because there's a chance that neither of them play, and you've only got one free transfer to resolve it. So I think you just kind of go another week and, figure out another time to bench boost. It's really unfortunate. I think one of the reasons why a lot of people who had Njai were bench boosting in game week 1, and a lot of people who were going for bench boost 2 didn't include Njai, was to try and account for this situation. Because I think there's a good chance in my team, if I thought Njai was going to stay, I would have probably gone for Njai instead of Sharda, but it was just too risky. And I guess, we're dealing with that unfortunate scenario now where there's just risk. So I think I would cancel the bench boost, but I would play Thomas. Harvey says start Calvert-Lewin over either Shaw or Maguire. But again, what does your defense look like? Because unless you've got Arsenal, triple Arsenal defense or double Arsenal defense, you should be playing your Manchester United defenders too. So I would suggest that maybe there is another defender you can drop for Calvert-Lewin. Like, if you've got even if you've got De Kuyper, I think I would bench De Kuyper before Calvert-Lewin. We'll do a bench list. We will do a bench list. I may even fire one up right now. Sell Saar for Solis, bench boosting game week 2. Yeah, I would do that. I would. Because you're bench boosting and Saar's not going to play and you can resolve that in one transfer. So I would do it. Yeah. Houseman says, I have 2 questions. Who do I trade Sanchez to? And also, do you think Isak is a good captain choice this week? I don't think Isak is a good captain choice this week, if I'm totally honest with you. However, with regards to Sanchez replacements, is this you're on bench boost? You are on bench boost, or you have bench boosted in a previous game week? Which is it? But yeah, I guess I'd look through the clean sheet odds. Who has good clean sheet odds this week? If I needed a bench boost goalkeeper for this week, and you'd be looking at Rushworth for a 5.5, for 5 or less, you'd be looking at Rushworth. I probably wouldn't go for Petrovic at this moment. You'd look at Ruffs. You'd potentially look at Trafford. Probably not Leno after that first performance. Probably not Leno. Anders says, so Thomas in front of Sangare and Njai. It really depends what the rest of your team looks like. It depends who your other defenders are. I don't know if I necessarily would. I put Sangare ahead of Njai. I definitely say that. Would I put Thomas in front of Sangare? You know what? Yeah, probably. I think I probably would. I mean, it's not definite. But... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I think... Okay, yeah. I'll just commit to it. Thomas in front of Sangare and Njai. Deb says, Evike, Thomas, and Njai, Kinski, good to use a bench boost. A little nervous on Njai. A little nervous. Is there a way of doing an Njai transfer, maybe, to just resolve that? If you've got a free transfer and you really want to play the bench boost this week, I would probably sell Njai. Just for security. Unless you don't like it. Odds of Robertson playing, it's not great. It's not great because Udogie is back and very much first choice. So there is some natural doubt around that one. Right, let me fire up the first bench list of the season. If I can find it. It's been so my computer's indexing is so screwed. I need to figure this out. What's like the PowerPoint presentation thing called on Mac? Keynote. I have in a Keynote file on my bench list. Let's open recent FPL Mate bench list. Aha! Oh my god, I've still got the bench list from last season on here. Just sorting this out. In fact, I'll just throw it on the screen for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. People who've been here before will know all about this already. What's the text I had in there? I think, oh, here we go. I've got to copy and paste this in. Why? Oh, man. Okay, that's not readable. Let's get in my usual font. Increase the size. There we go. Right, we've got a few things coming in. Right. Birides says critical updates prior to bench boost game week 2. I mean, I can go through it. Sean, thank you for becoming a member of the channel as well. Appreciate that. Yeah, so all of the team news that is FPL relevant is at the bottom of the screen right now. So feel free to check that out. Feel free to read that. However, I can go through, I'll just read everything, all of my notes out very quickly. So, Elliot Anderson is available. Mateus Nunes is doubtful. Doku is out. Ismail Assar is going to miss game week 2. Gibbs White is available. Ibrahim Sangare, so the Forest Sangare is out. And Jai has been heavily linked with a transfer away. His minutes are of some doubt. Mendy, Ajayi, and Giles are available for Hull. Solanke is available, and Marmoush has arrived at Spurs, throwing Richarlison's minutes into doubt. Actually, Marmoush got some minutes in the cup. Osler is out for several weeks. Caicedo is available, but Palestra is still a major doubt. Hinchelwood could be out for 5 to 6 weeks. Jorginho Rutter is also doubtful. Yarmouk is available. Vandenberg is still out. Joachim Anderson is available following suspension. Ahmad is still out, and Baleba is out also for a few weeks. And that's all of the key bits of information. All right, Deb says looking to bench boost and Jai to whom? Szoboszlai, Gross, Bruno, and Burma in my first 11. Lammens goalkeeper. Aya, Calafiori, Ballard defense. Haaland, Pedro, Calvert-Lewin forwards. So you just need an Ajayi replacement essentially. Let's see. 6 or less. Wouldn't go for Scott. Wouldn't go for Stack. Wouldn't go for Buendia. Wouldn't go for Lefebvre. Tavernier is an interesting shout. I'd be looking at Tavernier or just Sangare. Or just like go super simple and just go for Sangare as a Ajayi replacement if you're worried about him. Do we know anything about Palestra? We didn't get any new news in the press conferences, but the notes from earlier in the week from Alonso suggested that like this is not something that he's going to recover from very quickly. So the injury doesn't sound mild. It sounds like not months but weeks rather than days. So yeah, I fully expect Palestra to be out, but we haven't got a clear answer on that. Thoughts on Savio? Oh, it feels a little early to be going in on him. Interesting. Going to be interesting. How much is Savio actually? Oh my word, he's not even... Is he even in the game? Let's find... statistics. Refresh this page actually. Is he called Savio or Savino? 6.5. It's interesting. 6.5. That's like reasonably cheap. He is listed under Savio though. We don't know if Njai is going to start or not. There is some risk there. But anyway, right, let's do the bench list. So, if you're new around here, this is the bench list on screen. And what we're going to do here is we are going to show you a bunch of players that you are going to tell me who you want to see on the list. And basically, it's a priority order list. And the higher the player is on the list, the higher priority they are to play, to start in your squads. And the lower they are down the list, you know, the more you should bench them, I guess, in my opinion. So, for example, if you have Sangare in your squad and you have Njai in your squad, they're both on the bench list, but because Sangare is higher, that means that I would suggest play Sangare over Njai. And this is a way of me trying to answer as many bench dilemma questions all at once to help you guys out. So you don't have to worry about spamming in chat. You don't have to worry about me seeing your messages or not. And I should very much note that this is about benching players. This is not a transfer list. This is just about Game Week 2, who you should play and who you shouldn't. Because, for example, I'll probably put Njai above, I don't know, who has a really bad fixture this week? Like, I don't know, Buendia. But I certainly wouldn't buy Njai over Buendia. So it's like, it's just for this game week. It's just for, it says Game Week 1. Oh, yeah. You know what? We don't even need to say what week it is on there, really. But we'll leave it on there. Game Week 2 bench list. Yeah, this is Mamadou. Sangare. We'll put an M there just to clear up all confusion. It says Game Week 1 in the top left as well. Top left? Oh, yeah, it does. I didn't even spot that. Wait, where even is the text for that? Oh, I know what I've done. Okay, I'm going to fix that now. And whilst I'm fixing that, guys, please throw in the chat that I don't want to see players you're thinking about buying. I don't want to see players who you're thinking about selling. Well, maybe the ones you're thinking about selling. But I want to see players who you already own. I'm going to pick players who are pretty popular. If they're a differential, I'm probably not going to put them on the bench list, unfortunately, because there is limited room. There's limited space on the bench list. But yeah, throw into chat players who you are thinking about benching this week. Stefan with a super chat here says, need a survivor pick this week. Who do you like? A tie loses me 0.5 likes. I picked Man United last game week. So are you out already? Who would I... who would I pick this week? Who has good... honestly, this could be the week to go for Coventry. Get them out of the way. I'm assuming you can only pick one... a team once each, right? This could be the week to get Coventry out of the way. So, that's what I'd do if I was in a Survivor League. Because you're going to get really good win odds from Coventry, despite the fact that typically they'll have low win odds. So that's what I do. Okay, so let's update this. And fingers crossed, it should say Game Week 2 now. Yes, it does. Brilliant. Righty-ho. Let's throw in some players on the bench list. I can see you guys have been suggesting all manner of players, which is very handy. So, let's go Enzo Lefebvre, who I would play above Sangare. I know a lot of people have him. Sharda. Would I play Sharda above Sangare? They'd be around the same place for me. Conser, Ballard. Conser, I would not play. But again, another example of why this is not a transfer list. This is not a who to sell list. Because I would love to have Conser in my squad long term. But But he's not going to play this week. He's got even less of a chance than Njai. Ballard is interesting. I think I would drop Ballard in around here. I'm a little skeptical about clean sheet chances. Calvert-Lewin would go below Lefay, but above Sharda, I think. I'd put him here. Kinski or Verbruggen? Oh, it's Kinski week. Richarlison. Below Njai, above Konsa, unfortunately. A little too much rotation risk. Pascal Gross. I play Gross ahead of a lot of players. Probably ahead of Njai. Actually, let's give him his proper S. What's that S called again? An S. What is that S? That the German S called? An S. S-it? I keep trying to say S-wine, but that's a football player who was amazing on Ultimate Team 10 years ago. Someone will tell me in the chat, I'm sure. Aya. Okay. Aya's going to go pretty S-it. Oh, it is an S-it. Oh, I got it. So Aya's going to go above Ballard? That doesn't seem right. Below Ballard. Below Gross. Yeah, I'm going to put Aya here. I'm going to put Thomas below some of these penalties. Do I put him below the penalty taste? I'm going to put Thomas here. And Van der Beek. Pretty high. Leno against Sunderland away. I prefer him to Kinski. Kagan says, I have Njai, Petrovic, and no free transfers. Still bench boosting Gameweek 2. And no free transfers? Where did it go? You should have one. Where did it go? Don't tell me you just did like I don't know, a Ballard to Kuiper or something. Please tell me you didn't do that. Petrovic, I think, will be fine. And Njai is a bit of a coin toss. So it's a case of bravery at this point. Muharemovic is reasonably popular in chat. Okay, well, let's throw him in. I would put him somewhere in the Aya area, I would say. I'm going to put him one above Aya. Muharemovic. Hume. Okay, the Hume gang is here. I did Sar to Solis. You know what? That is an absolutely valid transfer. That is a 100% valid transfer and a good move as well. So fair play. It's really tough. You're taking a bit of a coin flip on Njai. It depends how confident you feel. I would probably lean towards no if it was my team. But we do need to throw in Hume, who is a player I'm less confident in because I have some doubts around his minutes. I've played Ballard over him. I played Gross over him. I probably played Muharemovic over him. But he's kind of high risk, high reward. So it really just depends on how risky you're feeling. But we're going to give a kind of answer on average there, I guess. Must bench one, Thiago, DCL, Virgil, or Maguire. You're not going to bench Thiago. You're not going to bench Maguire. Is there an argument to say Virgil? But he's going to... No, there's not. Virgil you play. Of course you play Virgil. I guess you bench DCL. Yeah. Calvert-Lewin's got to go. Rushworth and Sims and Thomas and Kadioglu bench boost. Ooh, I'd be worried about Sims and his minutes. Awani could very well start, and if he doesn't, he'll come on early. And Kadioglu. Would I play Kadioglu? On a bench boost. He's still some injury doubts there. Did he come on in the cup? I can't remember. He was on the bench. But did he come on? I don't think he did. Which would be very worrying. Which would be very worrying indeed. So I guess for that reason, I would be very worried about that bench boost. Nico O'Reilly. A lot of people are worried about Nico O'Reilly. I think if you have him, you just got to roll the dice and play him and see what happens. Because if it goes well, it goes very well. Like, if you chose Nico O'Reilly, you chose him knowing the kind of risky player he is. I think you just send it. Morgan Gibbs-White. I think Gibbs-White can have some opportunities. Penalty taker as well. I think you've got to put him in the Calvert-Lewin area as a fellow penalty taker with a slightly tough fixture. So let's put him there. Would I play Thiago over Aya? Yeah, I would. I put Thiago fairly high on this list. I don't think I will because I think most people will be looking to play him. Play one of Hume, De Kuyper, or Andy Robertson. I wouldn't take a risk on Robertson, I don't think. I'd put him down here. The minutes risk is very high. And even if he does play, he's not going to get defensive contributions. He's not going to get attacking returns. And who knows if he starts? He won't get a clean sheet, will he? Probably not. I don't know. Kinski owners won't like to hear me say that. But yeah, we're not quite there yet in terms of Spurs defence. They need another week or two. But Hume is on the list. De Kuyper I will throw on here. Because I do think he's a very interesting kind of point of contention here. I think I'd have to put him alongside Gross. Bear in mind, Gross is a penalty taker and I've put him below De Kuyper. Which doesn't feel right. Does it? It doesn't feel right. De Kuyper. I'm going to throw De Kuyper down one more place. But even so, like, Gross should be above Ballard, shouldn't he? Gross should be above Ballard. So should De Kuyper, most likely. Or should he? No. No, he shouldn't. De Kuyper played well again midweek, though. Oh, it's so difficult to play some of these players in the middle area. It is just a toss-up, isn't it? I've got 3 Coventry players. Would you look to change? Oh, no. I see the plan through. Is Conte going to start? No. Gomez I would put lower than Gross and De Kuyper. I'd put him like probably, honestly, around here. Shaw's going to the top. I'll put Shaw and Maguire together, and I'll also put Lamans here as well. The only goalkeeper I play above Lamans is Raya. Thomas Hume or Rodon for the third defender. They're all on the bench list, I think. Oh wait, no, Thomas isn't. Oh yeah, he is. Of course he is. Nico Williams. Would be looking to bench Nico Williams this week, if possible. Up against his old club. He used to play for Liverpool, of course. Vuskovic versus Nico Williams. Oh, man. What's that meme? It's like a coughing baby versus an atomic bomb. That's just a coughing baby versus a coughing baby. Vuskovic versus Nico Williams. Both terrible fixtures. Both away from home as well. I think. Yeah, both away from home. Jacquet. I put Jacquet pretty high on this. I'm not going to put him on this list because he is a differential. But I would definitely put him kind of in the... But probably above the Coventry defenders. Vuskovic will get more defensive contributions. Yeah, but Nico Williams has more attacking threat. Although, is that even necessarily true? Nah, it is. It is. Chelsea aren't like bad at defensive set pieces necessarily. Or are they? Depends if Sanchez is in goal, I suppose. Here's to a 20-point bench boost. Oh, my word. If we get a 20-point bench boost with Coventry defenders, if Coventry keep a clean sheet, you have no idea how happy I'll be. Like, words cannot describe how insanely happy I will be if Coventry keep a clean sheet. But it's more likely to not happen than happen. I fully accept that. That's unless you're an Arsenal defender, you are usually going to get usually going to lose your clean sheet. Well, that's a reminder to play my Footium game on my phone. Let's turn that off. Right. Let's make sure this is set up. What else we got here? A few people saying Brobby, actually. Seems like a few people are Brobby owners. I think we'll put him alongside Enzo Lefebvre. I think most people are only going to have one of the two. So I'll put them together. Right. Hey, Dan. So is Rushworth, Gomez, Rodon, and Van der Beek for bench boost good enough? Yeah, I'd bench boost that. I would bench boost that, yeah. Foden and Wirtz. Foden I won't put on there. Not many people have Foden, but Wirtz I will put on there. You play Wirtz. You definitely play Wirtz. He'll be... Well, I say definitely. He'd be up here. He'd be pretty high. I'll maybe drop him below Gibbs White just because Gibbs White most likely has penalties. Maguire's already on there. Fulham defenders. Which one? Which one? Would Foden be a good pick? Not really. I think there's a very real possibility that Foden doesn't start this game. Don't know. Mr. Spoiler says, had bench boost activated game week 1, decided to cancel it last minute, left 30 points on the bench. Classic FPL. That is so frustrating. I'm so sorry, Mr. Spoiler. I'm so sorry. Out of interest, who were the players? Just throw it in as a normal chat. Who were the players on your bench that scored 30 points? Man, I hope I have that on my bench this week. Oh, my word. I hope I have that. Is Cherky a good pick? Could be. Comes with some risk. But yeah. Lefebvre, Sangari and Sharda are all on the bench list, I believe. Lefebvre, Sangari, Sharda. Yeah, they're all on there. Kinski, Sangari, Aya, Rodon. Oh, it was Aya doing the heavy lifting. Oh, no, it wasn't just... No, sorry, I was going to say Sangari. It wasn't just Sangari, it was Aya and Rodon. Oh, wow. The leather belts benched 25 points last week too. Man. Craig's had 19. Honestly, guys, if I can get close to that on bench boost, I'm the happiest. I'm as happy as a clam. Verbruggen is on there. Hughes. Bench Hughes. No. Oh, bench boost Hughes. No. No, I don't think so. Verbruggen away against Chelsea. And Hughes is not going to play. Calvert-Lewin not got the best of fixtures. Just play Van der Beek. Just play Van der Beek. I'll go back to... Hang on, let's just throw this on the screen, guys, for one moment. I'll go back to this. Coventry have the 4th best clean sheet odds. They're marginally behind Liverpool here. Like, if you have Coventry defenders, you should be playing them ahead of Man City defenders, Bournemouth defenders, Sunderland defenders, Chelsea defenders, Leeds defenders. Forget about what happened in game week 1. They're not playing Arsenal away this week. Play your Coventry defenders. Play them, play them, play them, play them, play them. Verbruggen and Kinski don't look good this week. Not particularly, no. But we did, in my defense, we did discuss this before game week 1 that you do run into some problems come game week 2 if you are going with Kinski and Verbruggen. Particularly if you want to bench boost game week 2, it's just not those two just do not suit at all. I mean, look at these Bryson clean sheet odds. We've got Ipswich just off the screen just because the way I've positioned things, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. We've got Brighton 16%, Villa 14%, Crystal Palace 14%, Forest are 12%, and Ipswich are 11% clean sheet odds. Dewsbury Hall underrated differential? I agree. How are we getting on with the captain poll, by the way, guys? Let's see here. 56% Bruno, 27% Haaland, 9% Joao Pedro / Palmer, and 7% Mbermo. So we're heavily on Bruno Fernandes today, are we, guys? Mostly. I say heavily. 56 is only just above half. So this could be like a very interesting swingy week for captaincy. Quite a long question. Me and the boys skipped the first weeks. Don't ask why. If it was, what would your team be if you started game week 2? That is a long question. And it's a long answer. And not something I could confidently give. I'd pick Palmer, Haaland, and Joao Pedro, Konsa, Raya, Sangare. I don't know, man. It's a really long question. It will take me 20 minutes to figure out, to build your own entire team. But there's some ideas. Actually, you know what I would do? I would go on to Fantasy Football Hub using the link in my description, and I would pick players with high points predictions over the next several game weeks, or get it to build a team for me. Let's just have a look at that. Let's look at the AI wildcard team. Okay, so this is what Hub's algorithm is suggesting for a fresh start in Game Week 2, essentially. A Game Week 2 wildcard this is being billed as. Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Lacroix, Anderson, Scott, Solis, Soboslai, Haaland, Joao Pedro, Osler. Osler's injured. Needs to update from the press conference today. Kelleher, Ayer, Slater, Matson. I don't agree with everything this is saying, to be honest. I wouldn't pick Lacroix. I wouldn't pick Scott because he could be transferring. Osler's injured. Ayer has competition at left back now, and you don't need a 5 million backup goalkeeper if you've got Raya. So actually, I don't massively like this team. Well, there's some good ideas in here. There's just a few players I don't really like. Did I change anything from yesterday's video? No, this is my team still, and this is not going to change between now. I'll say categorically, unless I receive a phone call from Enzo Maresca on that giant telephone in the back of my room, saying that Haaland is injured. Nothing is changing. Nothing at all. Start Ballard or Chow for goal potential? I don't know. Bournemouth says Scott 100% staying. Every team says their players are 100% staying all the time. They have to. Petrovic, Gross, Thomas, Van der Vaart, good for a bench boost? Yes. Yes, it is. That is a good bench boost. On a bench boost, should I use a transfer to take out Robertson for Ayer? No. Doesn't seem worth a transfer. I have 3 Coventry and a Caicedo. Should I bench boost? No. No. If Coventry keep a clean sheet, I'm going to regret saying no. That, I'm just going to put it out there, that has incredibly high chances of going wrong. So only bench boost that if you're feeling extremely risky. If Mbermo and Gross don't perform this game week, transfer for Erdegaard, Solis, and Sangare. I mean, I think Mbermo and Gross did perform last game week. I think both of them were very unfortunate not to pick up more points. And Burma had some great goal scoring opportunities and good creative numbers in that game. Gross was very close to a tap in and should have had a penalty. So I'm not judging them off game week 1 just because they didn't score FPL points when they played well. We've got to look at more than just points, guys. More FPL or managing FPL successfully is about more than just points. There's often other things to look at. A player who, I don't know, a defender who accidentally scores a goal off their bum one week, scores loads of points, but they're not any better than a player who should have had a penalty and, you know, missed a few good chances in their game but scored 0 points. Or missed a penalty and scored 0 points. Taster says, hi Dan, which 2 to play? Maguire, Ballard, Lefay, DCL. Oh, I think all of those players might be on the bench list. So that's going to put us at Maguire, Lefay, and... Oh, so it's just Maguire and Lefay. And you bench DCL and Ballard. But if you can only play 2. Have you got a bench boost by any chance? Your bench boost is looking a lot better than a lot of bench boost 2 people. I have Conser. I'm doing bench boost. Should I transfer him out? Oh, I think I just cancel the bench boost. Honestly. On bench boost, should I sell Awani? Oh, again. Oh, I don't know, man. There are some really risky bench boosts I'm seeing in the chat. Really risky bench boosts. I know you're bench boosting, so it doesn't really matter, but why does your entire bench rank above Aya on the bench list? Because, yeah, and I should very much clarify this. I have spoken about it a little bit on like social media and also in a video, in yesterday's video actually. But this is not my actual bench. Like, if I'm totally honest, my bench looks more like that probably. That's probably my actual bench for this game week. Unless, do I put Calvert-Lewin on it? No. Yeah, this is pretty much in line with the bench list. Yeah. So this is what my actual bench is. However, I'm going for the screenshot, guys. I'm playing for the screenshot. I want to see all of my Coventry players on my bench. So it makes for a beautiful image that I can frame if it goes right. And if it goes wrong, we can also post it on social media and all have a good laugh about it. I think that's what we got to do. It's honestly, I put my Coventry defenders on the bench because it's good for content. Like, that's the honest truth, if I'm totally honest with you guys. If I'm totally honest. All right, I need to also, before I forget, I need to sort out my club team as well. Because we've got just over an hour until deadline. I'll check it again after deadline as well. Okay. Let me sort... You know what? I'll throw it on screen. I'll throw it on screen. Let's just turn my notifications off on my phone. How do I get them? What's the mirroring app? Screen sharing. All right. iPhone mirroring is locked. Getting there, guys. Hold on. Oh, we've got the music as well. Okay. Let's get you on screen. So, where are you? There's a hole here. What is this mystery hole doing? This is no good. Hang on, let me find it. Now, this is a lot of faffing around. There we go. Hey! And I'll answer some questions in chat as well. Thought that was a Palace shirt for a second before you went full screen. Oh, no. No. No Palace shirts here. Don't worry about that. Is Joao Pedro a decent captaincy option? I think he's decent. But, I don't know. Your real bench still has Gross on the bench despite being above Ire on the list. Oh, yeah, I mean... Yeah, that's true, actually. Oh, that's rubbish. Emerson. I don't want you. Reject. I'm going to open a few more packs just to... I want to see if I can get someone a little bit better in, like, maybe in defense. I don't really want to play Tarkovsky this week. Any of you guys playing club, by the way? If you're not, join in the fun. It's like a weekly fantasy game, so it doesn't matter if you're joining in Gameweek 2. There's a link in the description, and you can join my mini league as well. There's like, how many of you guys are in my mini league now? I think there's like 536 of you guys in there. So join in. But yeah, like, okay, help me out here, guys. Would you play Hall instead of Tarkovsky? You wouldn't play Palestra because we don't know if he's going to be injured or not, which I guess means I'd probably put Palestra there. Foden, I'm worried about his minutes. Arguably, I should just sell him. So, Hall or Tarkovsky this week? I don't know. Hall? Reading challenge says Hall. Okay, maybe we'll go for that then. Because I've got Tavernier as well. Maybe I'll see if I can get another defender in. Is Njai playing this week? It's really difficult to say. I really can't decide. So bench Thiago for Ballard and bench... No, I wouldn't bench Thiago for Ballard. I had... We've got contract extension on Gross. Oh, it's a sign, guys. Gross is here. He's going to deliver the points. Yeah, no, I wouldn't bench Thiago. I'll put Thiago on the bench list in a moment. I just want to see if I can get a new defender ahead of the game week. Is Anderson injured? No, actually. No, he's come through clear. He should be good to go for the new week. Dewsbury Hall or Ballard? I'm going to say Dewsbury Hall. Back the attacker there. We don't need Lavia. Let's open a couple more. Sutton Backpacker says, hi, mate. Ibrahim Sangare out injured. What's the ideal 5 million replacement? I don't know if there is one right now. Are you on a bench boost, or can we just bench this spot? Who we got here? Damsgaard. Bit risky for minutes. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'll be taking a risk on Yanel. Elite on a bench boost. Contract extension for whom? Not Foden. Dewsbury Hall. You know what? I'll absolutely take that. I'll have a look. I'll have a look on Hub in 1 second. Let me just extend you. I don't think I'm going to get... I'm not going to spend any more gems. I don't think I'm going to get another defender here. So I think I'll just stick with Hall. But I want to play Hall left back. You know what? I'm going to try and set this up roughly like it's a real team. It's a bit more fun that way. Play Jai off the left and Burma off the right. Okay, I think that team is set up correctly. Yeah. Oh no, and Jai might be leaving. Oh man, I'm glad I remembered that. Okay, in that case, this is good. I hope Njai stays in the Premier League so I can keep this card. I really hope that. Okie dokie, guys. So that is club. If you want to join in or join my mini league, please feel free. Link in the description, and the code is where do I find it? The invite code. The invite code is MAUQPNZ, and you can join my mini league there. Feel free to add me as a friend as well. There's a few of you guys who've added me as a friend already, actually. I'm just going to accept you all. There we go. Even Fappers FC gets his friend request accepted. All right, guys. I've added you guys as friends. Feel free to add me as a friend on there as well. Right, let's check out... We're looking for a 5 million replacement for like a Sangare, aren't we? Where do we go there? Where do we go? Let's go to Toolbox, points predictions, 5 million midfielder. This is why Hub's great, by the way, if you just want to quickly get a scan of some midfielders or for whatever position you need. Oh, Gomez. I'll be needing for a bench boost. Right, who's good for Game Week 2 specifically? Kamada against Man City. Gomez against Chelsea. Oh, Grimes. Maybe Grimes? Or Slater? Maybe Grimes or Slater is the answer for a 5 million or less kind of guy. Maybe that's the answer. Yeah, I'll just show you. This is what Hub's throwing back for 5 million or less. Out of these, I quite like Gomez, Grimes, and Slater. That's about it. That's about it. There's not a lot. There's not a lot. Oh, Angulo. Angulo is quite interesting, actually. Someone in the chat just suggested Angulo as well. Ragelin. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. There's another option for you. There's a few. Depends what you're after. Okie doke. Do I think Awani starts? I'm so on the fence because he started in midweek and he played a decent amount of minutes in midweek. And I don't know if that's a good sign considering that was largely a B team that he played in that game. So I do very much have my doubts about that one. I don't know what anyone else thinks about that. Angulo sounds like an excellent differential. He is. He scored a free kick last week as well. So good to see him on with some set pieces and stuff. That is always very, very helpful. I'm just sorting out my Footium team as well. I played too many fantasy games, guys. I play far too many fantasy games. I mean, it's good fun. It's very good fun. Let's go here. Oh wait, hang on. Cool. And Jai will either start or not be in the squad. I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, is that true? For that reason, do you just play Jai? I see your point. That's a good point. There is a good chance that it's just one or the other, isn't it? All or nothing. That's a really, really valid point. Thank you, Jacob. So, okay, for that reason, is there an argument to throw Njai a little higher up on the bench list? But I don't want you guys to get things twisted like Njai is likely to play or something. But I think the odds of him coming off the bench are pretty low. So, I mean, he's still not going to go crazy high here. But I think that maybe throws him around here, potentially. Yeah. Carl says, "See, you haven't. You see, if you change your mind after telling me yesterday, I should buy Sangari on my virtual bench instead of Ballard." Huh? I'll put Sangari on your virtual bench instead of Ballard. Yeah. I mean, but like to be fair, I did say earlier, Carl, that this area in the middle, particularly from I would say Sharda down to Mihremovic, arguably down to Hugh and Aya, this is muddy. This is really, really muddy. Like, there's a very good chance Aya outscores Sharda. There's a very good chance Hume outscores Sangare. There's a very good chance Gomez outscores Gross. So this is like an absolute muddy area. And really, not until this point do I get more confident in the picks. So, yeah, I don't know. If Saar moves to Liverpool, what do we think of him? Yeah, I mean, Liverpool are very much in need of that position, so that would suggest that he's going to play regularly. I don't know. The difficulty is, at Crystal Palace, he was one of the main goal-scoring outlets, and I'm not sure if that's necessarily true when playing for Liverpool. Also, he's kind of a counter-attacking specialist, and Liverpool, just by nature of how they play, are not going to have as many... And how other teams play against them, perhaps more importantly. Saar, if he was to play for Liverpool, is just not going to have the same quantity of counter-attacking opportunities that he thrives in. So I don't think it would be wise to automatically assume that Saar will be a good FPL pick when playing for Liverpool, but it's certainly one we'll be keeping an eye on. Do you think you are showing the bench list at present? Yeah, I do. Sorry, I'm trying to do a million things at once. Yeah, there you go. This, like, just to rehash what I was saying. This area on the bench list, muddy. I'll leave the bench list on screen for a while. Do you think Hume and Petrovic will start this week? I think Petrovic will, and I would still be looking to play him ahead of, you know, most of these guys. But Hume is... I think he'll play. Again, I think he'll play. But, like, I can't... Neither of them are guarantees. I think both will play, though, if I had to guess. But if you're on a bench boost, you don't want to take these kind of risks, do you? I think there may be, from what I've seen in the chat today, I think there will be a lot of people cancelling their Game Week 2 bench boosts because there's been a lot of players, like, who are kind of slightly rotation risk or perhaps moving clubs or potentially injured. Maybe just worth using. If you really want to place the bench boost, it might be worth using a transfer if you're worried about a player, genuinely. Or just cancel the bench boost. You don't have to play it. And there will be other opportunities. But yeah, I think Petrovic should be good for this week. Bench boost, Kinski, Calvert-Lewin, Van der Beek, and O'Shea. It's not amazing, but would I bench boost that? I actually look at that bench and think there's probably a better week to play the bench boost because Kinski doesn't have a good fixture, Calvert-Lewin doesn't have a good fixture, O'Shea doesn't have a good fixture. I would say Shea has a bad fixture. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I would bench boost that. Genuinely. I think O'Shea's the biggest problem. If you had, like, Thomas instead of O'Shea, I'd be far more willing to bench boost that. But, yeah. Am I still bench boosting? Yeah, I'm still bench boosting. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. 3 Coventry and Caicedo. Shall I bench boost? Will Caicedo start? Shall I rethink? I answered that question before. You've been spamming it constantly for the last however long. Would I bench boost that? If you bench boost that, you are taking an extreme risk. If you are happy taking the extreme risk, take it. If you're not, don't do it. If you want to feel a little bit better, transfer Caicedo out for someone else. But if that's my bench, I'm probably not bench boosting that. But if Coventry keep a clean sheet, you are going to wish you bench boosted, regardless of the Caicedo situation. And there's a 36% chance of Coventry keeping a clean sheet. A very, very real possibility. Is Dango in the same position as Sharda? Yeah, I would say so. Near enough. Should I bench boost with Bruggen, Hume, Slater, and Van der Beek? Optional. I don't think that's the best of bench boosts, but it's okay. Early predictions, where will Brighton end? I mean, good start. It's good start. As long as they can keep players fit, which so far no good. They've obviously in Europe, and as long as they rotate their squad in the Conference League and play their main guys in the Premier League, so far they've played pretty strong teams in the qualifiers. So I don't know what that tells us. But yeah, as long as they rotate well and prioritise the Premier League, I think they can do very well. They're, I would say, top 8 we'd be looking at. maybe even higher. Maybe a sneaky little Europa League, Champions League. You never know. 5th wouldn't be so crazy. Joshua says, where do I find to buy player pack things on that club game I just joined? Oh, yes. So those are Manny packs that I was opening. So they're just your scout at the bottom. And you can either watch ads to skip the time, or you can use gems to skip the time waiting for your packs. Or you can just wait around and you're going to get a new player. If you've got notifications on, it will tell you you'll get a new player offer like every 2 hours. Which is how I pretty much built my team, is just like watching a few ads here and there, and just every couple of hours just checking the app and seeing what the scout has to offer. Where does Coyote rank? Probably similarly to Aya, so not super high this week, but like not low either. But like again, Aya's not a bad pick at all this week. I think Aya is a solid pick this week, but there's loads of solid picks. Really, I'm actually going to put a gap here. Because really, the difference between Aya and Williams, I think, is reasonably significant in terms of quality of pick. We've just not found any players that you guys have suggested that really plug this hole. Can any of you guys come and plug my hole? I mean, any of you guys come and think of a player who's kind of a lot of people own, that, you know, maybe you're thinking about benching, who's maybe going to be somewhere in this kind of area? 131 points, game week 1 on club. Not bad. Got 200 points. I was really happy with my score. Pause. What? Hold up. I'm new to FPL. This is my first season. Why does it matter who's playing and who's on the bench? Won't all players get the same points, whether on the field or on the bench? No, the only players that are scored are players in the starting 11. So those are the only players who will score you points. Anyone who's on your bench won't score you points unless someone in your starting 11 doesn't play any minutes, in which case one of your bench players will be automatically substituted on, starting with your first bench player and working along to replace non-playing players in your starting 11. But hopefully your starting 11 players will play. And also, what else was I going to say about the bench? Also, the players will only replace in your starting 11 if the formation remains valid. But you're going to have to go look up the rules if you want to learn more about that. That's the important stuff. You don't really need to do much more thinking other than that. I am bench boosting. Yeah, few people still asking about whether I'm bench boosting. I will be there. Oh, so bench boost means everyone gets points. Yes, that's exactly correct. So if you use your bench boost, that means your bench players will also score points. That's exactly right, my friend. Mr. Super Chat, mate. Okay, my bad. Thank you for highlighting it. So, Kinski, Vanovike, Sangari, Aya, bench boost. Yes. That's a bench I would be happy to boost. I'd have some confidence in that one. And Diego also says, start 1, Gross, Aya, and Jai. I think we have all of these players on here. So I guess you start Gross, I guess. In fact, guys, anyone on a bench boost, feel free to just list your bench boost in the chat. And I'll tell you, if you're worried, if you're kind of concerned, you're not sort of sure if you want to bench boost or not, just throw it in the chat and I'll tell you if I'd bench boost that or not. Happy to do that. Oh, and I should also... Oh, I forgot to ask people to like the video again or like the stream. I should have asked when it was at peak views, but I messed up. Guys, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the stream, that would be massively appreciated. I don't know how many likes we have right now because my setup doesn't show how many likes for some reason in the back end. I have to go and find my own stream. I know, here it is. I just need to refresh. I found it. All right, we're almost 300 likes. We got to get to 500 likes. by the end of the stream. I think that would be reasonable. We can do that. But alas. Right, bench boost. Sanchez, DCL, Aya, Grimes. I would bench boost it. I would bench boost that. Although I really would worry about Sanchez. Oh, Shepsy's here. Member for 66 months. Callum, is Sanchez going to play today? Today? This game week. When do Chelsea play? Is it tomorrow? But is Sanchez going to play? Or is Martinez going to come straight in? Or is Hender's going to come in? It was calamitous from Sanchez. What are you showing right now on your screen? This is the bench list. If you're new to the channel, then this is going to be revolutionary for you. Let me tell you that. But the rules or how the bench list works is also in the writing. There. Read that. Let's have a look at a few more of these bench boosts. So, Petrovic, Ballard, Slater, Aya. Yes, I'd bench boost that. Petrovic and Jai, Calafiori, Gomez. Yeah, I would argue that Calafiori shouldn't be on your bench, though. Petrovic, Gross, Thomas, Van der Wijk. Yep. The Bruggen, Gross, Van der Wijk, Thomas. Yep. Van der Wijk, Kinski, Gross, Aya. Yes. Dubravka, Van der Wijk, Aya, Gross. Not as convinced by that one because you've got Dubravka, and I would argue that maybe you can throw Van der Wijk on in your starting 11. Anyway, Shepsy says, I would not be banking on Sanchez. I think if Martinez is registered in time, he will play. Then I think it's a genuine 50-50 between him and Penders. If Martinez wasn't registered in time. Okay. Yeah. Whenever there's doubt from the fans, and Shepsy knows his Chelsea, whenever there's doubt from fans, you as an FPL manager have to seriously question it. So, what are we saying? So chance of Martinez getting registered, let's say that's 50% chance of happening. And then after that, if he's not registered, then it's 50-50 between Sanchez and Penders. So what? That's rough, terrible calculations based on mostly vibes. Is Sanchez 25% chance of starting, which is super low. Sorry, is this in... no, Alex, this is something I've made for you guys. And I've been editing it live. You think I should transfer out Sanchez? I mean, based on that, yeah. Only if you're desperate to bench boost. You could just cancel the bench boost plan and say, okay, it's not working. I only have one playing goalkeeper. Let's just do it another game week. Because unless you're confident in buying Rushworth, I'm not really sure there's any other goalkeepers who I'd be confident buying for my team. I mean, you could buy Petrovic, but it feels like a strange transfer because in a few weeks' time, there's every chance that Petrovic won't be starting anymore and De Gregorio will. So, yeah, maybe there is a genuine shout to just cancel the bench boost rather than make a transfer. Unless you have like single Coventry defence and you're happy to double up with Rushworth. That's the only thing I can really suggest. I'm too far in with the bench boost. Are you? How far in are you? Because, like, you're going to still have these 4 million Coventry guys in a month's time, most likely, right? Like, the key, really, this season to having a viable bench boost is the goalkeeper. That's the key. Have a goalkeeper that doesn't cost 4 million. Have a playing goalkeeper... or should I say two playing goalkeepers, and you will have enough players to bench boost because there are 4.5 million midfielders. Okay, so also you don't have a 4.5 million forward, but you can have Slater as a 4.5 million midfielder. Now, in all likeliness, in a month's time, you will also have no playing goalkeeper. Maybe you will have a playing goalkeeper, but maybe you'll have no backup playing goalkeeper. and 3 other players on your bench who will play. You'll perhaps have a 4 million defender, a 5.5 million midfielder, and a 4.5 million defender. That will perhaps be your bench in a month's time. That's no different to what you have right now if your goalkeeper is injured or unavailable. So you can understand what I'm saying. Essentially, are you any deeper into Bench Boost Game Week 2 than you are Bench Boost Game Week, 14, if you don't have 2 playing goalkeepers? I mean, you're kind of not. You're in the same situation because, in all likeliness, you are going to have a similar setup with 3 outfield playing players on your bench at some point in the future. And in 1 week, it will line up where you have a serious bench dilemma and you'll be ready to go. And if you are planning on taking a long-term view of playing with 2 playing goalkeepers, then even better. You're going to have loads of opportunities for bench boost in the future. What's worth more right now? The transfers, because you're probably going to have to transfer out Sanchez. Or the information. Don't know. I don't know the answer. I guess you got to choose that for yourself. But yeah, I don't think you have to bench. Even if you plan to bench boost this game week, if everything has gone wrong, or if some things have gone wrong, and you no longer have the same confidence, you can pivot. It's fine to pivot, and I don't think you should feel pressured into committing to a decision, I guess. Let's have a look at some of these other bench boosts. Someone's got Richarlison and Jai, Nico, Dallo, and Slater. Should I be looking for a transfer? Richarlison, just bench him. And Jai, play him and see what happens. I mean, Dallo could maybe start. Slater will be fine for this week. I'll just play in Jai, Slater, and have Nico Williams on as a backup, I guess. If you have the transfer and are bench boosting, I'd be transferring out Sanchez as he is deadwood in your team long term anyway. Good point. Good point. Yeah, the only caveat is, like, a lot of people are planning on wildcarding in game week 3 anyway, or game week 4. In which case, if you have another goalkeeper who you're happy to play for the next few weeks, can you just roll with one goalkeeper and then sort it all out on wildcard? And then look at a bench boost later on in the season. I think if it was me, that's probably what I'd do. There you go. Is Sangare injured? Yeah, but the Forest Sangare, not the Brentford Sangare. Don't worry about your Brentford Sangare. Rushworth, Gross, Hume, Van der Beek bench boost. Yes. Yes. Tarkovsky or Aya? I think I lean Aya on that one. Garner in, Anderson out for the game week. What do you think? No. Because I think Anderson is actually more fit and more available than Garner this week. Because Garner is kind of coming back from an injury. And Anderson, we thought might have had an injury, but actually he's fine. I still think Garner will probably play, though, just because there's so many other issues in the Everton midfield. Norgard is unavailable, and Hackney is kind of touch and go. I think that's the exact quote, actually. So Garner may actually have to play, but you'd think he gets 60 minutes, probably, 65 minutes maybe. But a big appeal to Garner is his defensive contributions, and if he's getting subbed off at 60, 65... then that significantly damages his ability to get defensive contribution points. So, yeah, therefore it's just a bad move. I don't like it. I'm not going to say it's a bad move. There's no such thing as a bad transfer. Okay, there are some bad transfers, but yeah, it's not something I'd like to do. Anderson on the bench list? Sure. Oh, Show Team Gang's here. Welcome, Show Team Gang. Good to have you here. You're a little early. What if someone copies my team? then good luck to them. That's what I say. Right, let's see. So Anderson would probably go in this middle pack, right? But although saying that, he'd probably go at the top of this middle pack. He'd arguably go into the next pack. I mean, I'd be pretty keen to play Anderson this week if I had him. Yeah, I'm going to throw him in here. He's bridged this gap, actually. Consider this gap bridged. The hole plugged. But can we bridge this next gap? Can we plug it? I don't know. Bench boost with Tavernier, Thomas, Van Wijk, Kinski. Yep, like it. Do we know if Petrovic is the starting goalkeeper this game week? I'd be surprised if he wasn't. Who am I captaining? I'm going to go for Bruno this week. I was thinking of transferring in Gvardiol for Palestra. Thoughts? If I was to sell Palestra, if I had Palestra and I wanted to sell him, that's what I'd do. I'd go for Gvardiol. That would be my choice. So, yeah, I back it. Well, unless you want to go for an Arsenal defender. If you don't have Calafiori, I think I'll go for Calafiori. Bassi plugs it, in my opinion. You know what? Bassi plugs it. He plugs it. Well done. Thank you. You figured it out. You solved the puzzle. The pluggle. Bench one of Solis, Verts, Gross, or Sharda. There's no way I bench Solis. In fact, let's throw him very, very, very high on the bench list today. He's got to go very high. What's the reasoning for Bruno over Haaland? Higher ceiling because he gets more points for goals and he gets clean sheet points. He's playing at home and I just wonder if Ipswich away from home will show some naivety or fragility in this game compared to Crystal Palace, obviously a bunch of players who have been around for a long time. We've got 10 gifted memberships coming in from Samstrom Gaming 2532. Oh my word, thank you so much, Samstrom Gaming. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the gifted, and make sure you guys throw some W's in the chat, particularly if you're one of the viewers who just received a free gifted membership for a month from Sam. And that's going to be Gurav, Pranav, CFC Adam, Max Taylor, Chris Ogden, Shane McCarthy, Jetstream Tom, PK Stabatorp, Nitish, Broccoli, Rob. All of you guys just magically got some membership. So thank you so much, Sam. Sam says, you're welcome, bro. Keep up the hard work. Of course I will, my friend. And Sam, is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything I can help you with? Do you have any FPL dilemmas? I feel like I've got to return the favor here. Let me know if I can help in any way. Max is here, says, what a legend. Tom says, hello, mate. Have you activated the bench boost? New member, Tom. Apparently now, my friend. I have, yes, I have. A rogue shout here, Maguire captain. That is rogue. I'll give you that. New member Max here as well. Says, do you rate Harry Wilson? I mean, I think he's okay. Hi, mate. Any idea on how long Hinchelwood is out? Yeah, we're looking at 5 to 6 weeks. So he would be a transfer out. Dr. United, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel as well. Legend. And Charlie has put in a super chat here as well with the $7.99 Australian dollary dues. This is great points regarding the bench boost. Would you -4 to bench boost? Petrovic, Aya, Slater, Diop. Kuchis, wildcard game at 3 and bench boost game at 4 maybe. Sold, Mascara and Dubravka. Have you already done it? Because honestly, looking at that bench, I feel that there will be other weeks in which your bench is stronger than it is this week. I mean, arguably even next game week. Even game week 3, your bench is probably those exact 4 players are probably better next game week than they are this game week. So I don't think I would bench boost that this week. I would just hold off, and a better week to bench boost will appear, because I don't think that any of those players particularly lend themselves to a game week 2 bench boost. I mean, Petrovic not bad, Slater not bad, Aya very average, Diop bad. So, yeah, not made transfers yet. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't take a -4 to bench boost this early in the season. No, I'd just leave it. But I don't even know. I don't even know how you fix that and make it better, because Diop. I mean, have you already got your Coventry guys? Are they just in your starting 11? Like, there is potential to, if you don't have any Coventry defenders, or if you only have one Coventry defender, to do like Diop to Van der Beek or Thomas, and then bench boost that and do it for free. Sam says, all good for this week, Dan. Just wanted to give back to this amazing community. Oh, what a legend. It is an amazing community, isn't it? I quite agree with you, my friend. I quite agree with you. Mr. Spoilers, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel as well. I've got a few new members today. Appreciate it, guys. Max says, I'm playing a bench boost on Verbruggen, DCL, Wilson and Van der Beek. Good idea or nah? Yes. No, I'd be happy to bench boost that. I'd be more than happy to bench boost that. Sharda or Sangare? If you have both, that is genuinely a tough decision. Sangare has the floor, Sharda has the ceiling. So pick your poison. What do you prefer? A nice, the potential high-scoring player, who could also be the potential low-scoring player, or someone just middle of the road? Oh, here we go. We've got another super chat here. Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. $22. That's from Dr. United. What a legend. Appreciate the content. Still going with the same squad and with bench boost. Yes, Dr. United. Thank you so much for your generosity. And yes, very much sticking with the plan, my friend. And again, if I can help you out, if you've got any questions of your own team, I'm more than happy to try and help you out. Try and give something back, man. Good day for you, Dan. Yeah, no, it is, isn't it? It's a lovely day for me. Hi, only just joined the stream. Are you bench boosting? If so, who's on your bench? My bench is not my real bench. Hang on, let me just show you my team. There's a few show team gang members showing up. So we'll throw my team on screen. So this is what I'm working with. Now, it's not the real bench. My real bench really is, I guess, Aya. What did I say? Aya, Ballard, and maybe Sharda. I don't know. It's probably Aya and Ballard instead of Van der Beek and Thomas. At least that. So that's what my bench really looks like. But I'm doing it for the screenshot. I want to get the fail/W screenshot of this triple Coventry defense bench boost. I want to get the screenshot. My bench boost is active with Petrovic, Gross, Rodon, and Van der Beek. Thoughts? Yep, you're so ready to go. You're so ready to bench boost. Should I start with Richarlison this week? I have major doubts that Richarlison will play. In fact, there's a very significant chance that Richarlison might be on his way out of the club as well. Oh my word, there's some more gifted memberships here from Dr. United this time. It's thrown in a bunch here as well. Oh my word, it's going membership crazy in here. Shepsy, I'm not saying that number. I'm sorry, my friend. So thank you so much, Dr. United. More W's in the chat needed, particularly from those who just received a free membership courtesy of Dr. United. And this is coming from Retro. These were going to Retro Gamer UK. Welcome to membership. Aaron Footy, Ronaka, Charlie Cross, Kagan. You've been around forever, always in the super chats. Now you remember. Khalif, Ty Harrison, Redwan, Yusuf, BA Travels or Bat Travels, not sure, and Davitsky. You guys are all members now, apparently. Amazing. You're all going to be members by the time we finish this stream, which is awesome. So, yeah, thank you so much for gifting Dr. United. Please, everyone, say thank you. Comedy Addict is like, I deserve the membership. Why didn't I get a Comedy Addict's always here in the chat. Never gets the membership. Oh dear. Would you keep Njai? If I was on a bench boost, he would be enough to freak me out. I'd probably transfer him out. Oh my word, there's more coming in. There's more. Dr. United's going crazy. So, George Stevens has now got membership. Comedy Addict, you got your membership. You got your membership gifted. YouTube Shorts AI Gen has got a membership. Shivam, Inda, Brendan, Cam, Doru, Tom Hall, Sixato? Sixato? I don't know how to say that. But you've got it as well. Oh my word. Surely he's won the lottery. Have you Dr. United, have you had a very wealthy relative recently pass away, a distant relative, and have received a large, or maybe you got a crypto win, or maybe you won the lottery, or a good night out at the bingo. Who knows? But we got a lot of new members. Appreciate it, Dr. United. What a legend. What a legend. Enough memberships, says Chrissy. Chrissy's seen enough memberships. Well, what a generous guy. What a generous guy. And if you are a new member, there's like 25 new members now in chat total. Flex some of these. You've now got emojis. You've got members emojis now. Throw them in the chat. Why not? Shout out to the doctor. Isn't Hull strong enough to break Coventry's defence? There's not. I mean, let's throw the odds. So there's going to be a lot of memberships going on screen, by the way, guys. You're going to have to try and read between them. But Coventry have a 35% chance of a clean sheet. Now, I know that also means that Hull has a 65% chance of scoring one or more goals. However, that's pretty good. Like a 35% chance of a clean sheet is like what you would expect from like, I don't know. Well, you can see here is what you'd expect from like a Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest or a Man City versus Crystal Palace. 36% chance of a clean sheet is very strong. So it's not perfect. It's not guaranteed. It's very rare that a clean sheet is odds on, but there you go. Dr. United, also known as Gifting Jones, is now thrown in another super chat. Says, I followed your content last year and was always enjoying it. Supporting you is the least we can do. Absolute legend of the game. Legend of the game. Thank you so much, my friend. Please don't do any more, though, because you've done more than enough, my friend. We don't want to rinse you anymore. But no, thank you so much. It's massively appreciated, genuinely. What a legend. What an absolute hero. We also have a new member, MHMDHKL107, who I can't remember. You have a... Let's click on your profile. What's your actual name? I can't remember it now. It's... Oh, no, I had it written down somewhere. But you're a new member to the channel, aren't you? You're at a decent tier. Like, you're a best mate supporter of the channel. Let's find you. There you go. Mood. There you go. Mood, welcome. And thank you for becoming a best mate tier member as well. And welcome. Right. Less member talk now. More FPL talk because we've got 36 minutes. Hi, Kel here. There we go. Yeah, we've got 36 minutes until deadline. Let's figure this out. Alex says, Dan, are you thinking about a Game Week 4 wildcard? Yeah, heavily. Rahit says, just confirmed with my Chelsea friends, Sanchez starts as per them this week. Go for it then, Rahit. Go for it, my friend. If you feel confident, go for it. But I would not feel confident with that at all. We'll debrief next week, I suppose. The leather belts, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel as well. Keep Mason Clark for bench boost or use a transfer. What I didn't even check his minutes. Let's go on FormMob. So he was on the bench this game? Wait, am I thinking of the right guy? Maybe I'm thinking... Oh, no, he's the Ipswich guy. No, he's not. He is the commentary guy. Was he just not in the squad? Did he get injured? Okay, so he didn't play. He wasn't playing against Arsenal. Came off the bench here, and maybe got injured. Don't know. That would worry me. I can't lie. That would worry me. Alex says, watched you all last year, never caught a live or commented, but your content is mega, so thank you. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for sticking with me, even in silence. Shout out to the lurkers out there. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one. I would be worried. Depending on, is he 5 million? Is there really scope to make a transfer? He's 5.5. Surely do better for that price tag, can't we? I'd think about a transfer if you really want a bench boost, because that is concerning. Nicole says, hi Dan, hope you're doing good. I checked Fantasy Football Hub and AR recommends Mascara to Maguire. Mascara is staying in my team this week. Triple Cobb is stressing me. Yeah, Triple Cobb is stressing everyone. Yeah, Hub is trying to figure out Mascara's minutes. I think he'll be fine this week, though. I wouldn't be worried. Hold on to Wirtz for a few game weeks? I would say so. Dan, is Captain Calafiori too much of a punt? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would do it. I don't even think I'd really consider it, to be honest. Daz, thank you very much for becoming a member once again. I know you were a member for a while before, weren't you? Dan, Palmer, Haaland, and Burma or Wirtz for captaincy. What did the chat? The chat is saying Bruno. We've got 3,000 votes, so that's a really good sample size. 55% are saying Bruno for captain. 29% on Haaland isn't bad either. Ben says, have you done a bench list? I have. Would you like to see it? There you go. Should we end this poll? No, let's keep it open. Welbeck? Oh, Welbeck is one to sell, I think. One to bench, one to sell. Hi, Dan. How much does memberships cost? Okay, so the basic tier, look through. There's different tiers of membership, depending on how much you want from me, essentially. The cheapest membership is 99 pence. 99 cent as well if you're in the US, and 99 like Canadian cent as well. It's basically like a very, very low denomination in your native currency. It varies from region to region. It's not standardized. So I can't tell you exactly how much it is, but what I can tell you is the basic tier membership is just there to be super accessible and for me to find you guys in the chat a little bit easier. That's the main purpose. And then if you want to go to some higher tier memberships, then we have like dedicated streams, early access to videos, the team ratings, like all sorts, depending on how shout outs like in videos, depends how much you have to give, I guess. Membership isn't supported in Zimbabwe. No. Yeah, I think it's not available in every country, to be fair. According to Hub, Njai isn't going to get many points in the upcoming game weeks. Yeah, there's major doubts around him staying at Everton. Like, it looks like he's going to transfer away. So the Hub is factoring in the fact that Njai and his place in the Everton squad is under risk because of transfer rumours, I guess. Thoughts on Lewis Potter? Didn't he pick up an injury Midweek? Did I make that up? I'm pretty sure he picked up a minor injury. So for that reason, avoid. Unless I've made that up. That doesn't seem like something I would have made up. Unless I dreamt that. I do genuinely dream about FPL, so... oh, maybe I did make that up. Seems to be fine. Where on earth have I got that from then? I don't know. Well, anyway. There he is. In all his glory. Played 19 minutes in the midweek. Oh, no, I know what it was. I know what I'm thinking of. It's because Juve has just signed. So his position at left back is doubtful because Juve has just signed for Brentford, throwing Lewis Potter and his minutes at left back into major doubt going forward. Because you would imagine Juve is going to be first choice left back. You would imagine. Moving DCL to someone else. I'm not going to move DCL, no. No, my team is remaining as is. Any leaks? Not yet. Not yet. G Zendel Travel says, same plan as you, but missed Petrovic to Rushworth last week. Still have Petrovic on my bench for the bench boost. Would you transfer him or keep? 100% keep. 100% keep. There's a very high chance Petrovic plays this week. I would be surprised if Petrovic didn't start this week. What I'd be more concerned about is him playing game week 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 is fine. And that's why I did a last-minute transfer on him as well. Because I just got nervous about his minutes kind of longer term, and I wanted to keep the option open for me to not wildcard early. Bench boost, game week 2, let's go. Yeah, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. Do you think Sanchez will start? Oh, we have been over this, and from everything I can gather, the chances of Sanchez starting is pretty low. Pretty low. Am I defo bench boosting this week? Why? If I say yes, are you going to leave the stream? If I say, oh, I'm not sure, are you going to stick around for half an hour to see if I stay true to my word? Because if so, I need the viewers. So I'll say, oh, I'm not sure. I could still change my mind before deadline. There's still, 27 minutes to go. Maybe I bottle it. Maybe I don't. I guess you'll have to stick around to find out. But, no, I'm... unless something crazy happens in the next half an hour, I am going to be bench boosting. Yes. But I do always say that, and I will say this every time, nothing is locked in until the deadline passes. Nothing. It never is. It never can be, because you never know what can happen in the final moments. Sometimes we get team leaks that disrupt things massively. Sometimes we panic over things, or, try not to panic too much. Comedy Addict says, hey, did you know if you get more FPL points if you like the stream? It's true. Well, look, if you believe in good karma, then maybe you can gain some good karma by liking the stream. So, Comedy Addict, you may be onto something there. You genuinely may be onto something. Maybe people don't want the good karma, and they're happy to go into this game week with bad karma. Like, listen, if that's how you want to play this game week, that's fine, but why risk it? Just like the stream, just in case. It only takes 1 second, and you could give yourself some good juju. Do I think Rodoni starts? I don't, but I think he will come off the bench, and I think he will look good when he does come off the bench. We'll put it that way. Yeah, I like the look of him. Hope United win with good karma from Dr. United. You know what? So do I. I also hope Man United win. So to give Dr. United a good day. I'm thinking of Richarlison for Wissa. Yeah, I like that move. I like that move, particularly if you're bench boosting and you just need the bodies. Yeah, Richarlison out, Wissa in. I'd be all over that. Aya or Thomas? Thomas. Thomas for me. You might be a Newcastle fan. It's a good point. Dr. United, if you're still here, let us know which United you support. Could be Leeds. Could be Sheffield. You don't know. Thoughts on if this is bench boost worthy? Rushworth, Brobby, Aya, Gomez. Yeah, that is bench boost worthy for sure. I'd bench boost that for sure. Bench one of Thiago, Semenyo, Joao Pedro, Solis. No, don't bench any of those players, Beanie. Please don't bench any of those players. But if I had to bench one, I guess it would be... Dare I say Semenyo? It'd be one of Semenyo or Thiago. Bench one, DCL, Sangari or Solis. I think we need the bench list back on screen, don't we? Lots of bench-related questions. Hopefully this helps out a little. Please don't sell Petrovic, guys. What game week do you aim to be top 100k by? I mean, maybe game week... It depends. Like, game week 15? To be honest, if you're up top 100k by the midpoint in the season, you're having a good season these days. You're having a really good season. Because you can push on from there. So yeah, I'd say top 100k by January the 1st, whatever game week that ends up being, 20 probably. Then I'd be reasonably happy with that, and then I'd try and push on for the final half of the season. But obviously, you hope you can get there a little bit quicker. But yeah, I mean, I tell you what, this bench boost goes to plan. We might be top 100k by the end of this weekend. You know, Coventry keep a clean sheet. I could be flying. That's the risk I'm taking this week, really. I'm thinking Richarlison for Wissa. Yeah, like I say, I do like the Richarlison to Wissa transfer. I like that. Is this a good bench boost? Kinski, Thomas, Solis, and Slater? Yes. Yes, it is. Does Hume even start? Yeah, probably, but not definitely. Gavardio in for Palestra. Yes, that is also a transfer I like. There's not many transfers I like this week because they're all luxurious. They're all luxury transfers. But I do like Palestra to Gavardio. I do like Richarlison to Wissa. And if I had those players, as in Richarlison and Palestra, I would be making those moves. It was my team. Super chat from Mashol, who says, third defender, Muharemovic or Ballard. I have Thiago forward. I mean, according to the bench list, we have got Ballard above, but it's marginal. So I think I would go for Ballard. But, like, that really could go either way. If it's my team, I think I'd choose Ballard. FPL. Wait, is that the right amount of Fs? How many Fs are there? Dyslexia is coming in clutch here. 1, 2, 3, 4 Fs. Okay, I'm just going to call you EFPL. EFPL says, Brobby or Gomez, mate. Where would you go? Let's rise up these ranks. As in, to start this week, I'd start Brobby. We've got the bench list on screen, and I'm heavily backing Brobby, just because I think Fulham are just they're going to struggle. Well, they're already struggling. We've seen it. And they're going to struggle again this week, most likely. And Sunderland, who typically score near 0 goals, I think are genuinely on for a couple of goals this game week. And you would back players like Lefay, you'd back players like Brobby to be the guys to go ahead and score those goals or get those assists. Dan, you're a rockstar. Going to dedicate those Wissa points to you. And honestly, I will be hoping you do get those Wissa points because that means Spurs concede, which I would love to see. Yusuf says, big fan, by the way. Been subscribed for a year. Legend, Yusuf. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Dean says, what's the worst and best FPL finish you've had? Okay, worst was 300k. I'm talking since I start. I'm not counting when I played as like a teenager and set my team up for game week 1 and then just ignored my team for the rest of the year. I'm talking since I've been playing, like actively playing. My worst finish was 300k, and my best finish is 243rd. So a bit of a gulf there, but yeah, I mean, since playing seriously, I've not had any like true stinkers as in like a million ranks, but yeah, still holding on to that 243rd finish. It's running out of juice, but it's still providing some legitimacy to this channel, which we take. Start human or Aya, and why? I honestly think that is it's not a case of which player is better, but rather a case of how much risk are you willing to take. I think Hume has a higher upside than Aya, but I think Aya has a much higher floor than Hume. If Hume goes wrong, he's on the bench. He gets subbed on, you get a 1-pointer out of him. Maybe he gets a yellow card, you get a 0-pointer. But Hume also could start on the wing, get a goal because he's playing advanced, or get an assist because he's playing advanced against this Fulham side. On the other hand, Aya, probably, a good chance of conceding. Well, both teams have a good chance of conceding, but Aya has a very good chance of hitting defensive contribution points, which raises his floor. So pick based on risk appetite is what I would say. Where do you finish on average? I don't know. I've never bothered trying to figure it out. Why are you trying to judge whether you should stay tuned to the channel or go and watch someone else? FPL Mate doesn't do auditions, I'm afraid. You can either enjoy the content or not. What I will say is, though, I don't make videos for you to, necessarily just take me on blind faith, and I don't want you guys to take me on blind faith. I always try and provide context and give you the tools to make your own decisions. That was always my goal with this channel. So where I rank hopefully should be irrelevant. You only watch me? Well, in that case, Lucas, you're just a legend. You're just an absolute hero. And I'll have no bad word said about you. Dom here says, hi, Dan. Bench boost with Kinski, Hume, Aya, and Gross. Yes. It's like just yes. Dan, do you have any intuition that Isak and Wirtz are inevitably going to click this season at some point and it's going to turn everyone's head around? I think so. I think you'd have to be disappointed if it didn't happen, because they are two brilliant football players. You'd expect them to click at some point, right? If you're bench boosting, does it matter who starts and who's on the bench for that week? Not really. I mean, well, technically, no, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got your vice captain and captain in the starting 11, then yeah. How close are you between Haaland and Bruno captain? If I'm 100% honest with you, I think Haaland is a little higher risk, higher reward. Hang on, let me throw my team on screen. I think Haaland is a little riskier. I don't even know if he's higher reward necessarily, to be fair. Arguably, Bruno is as the ceiling guy. But I do think if I wasn't creating content, there is a very high chance I would be captaining Haaland over Bruno. But I'm captaining Bruno because I think he is, certainly in this early stage of the season, a more sensible captain. More routes to points. Better fixture. And I don't want to take any chances, and I don't want to be irresponsible yet. The irresponsibility will arrive at some point. But yeah, like it's not close because of my situation. If I was just camera off, just making my FPL team and enjoying life, it would be very close. So there you go. Hopefully that is helpful. When you finish 243rd, were you up there the whole season? This is my first season of FPL and had such a stinker game week 1. All right. I was there the whole season. However, what has consistently been shown is that many winners of FPL have a stinky game week 1 and everything changes very quickly. I've seen last season's winner of FPL did so badly in game week 1 that they wildcarded in game week 2. Reset their team, and it was that game week. It wasn't their game week 1 team that won them FPL. It wasn't their game week 1 team that they had long term to bring them the points. It was their game week 2 wildcard team that carried them through the season and eventually led them to winning the entirety of FPL. So to remotely suggest that your season is done over game week 1, I think is foolish. And I think if you had a poor game week 1, there's life in you yet. Don't worry, this can all turn around very, very quickly. I used this example in yesterday's video. So say there's a scenario where only 2 of your players scored. Maybe it was, I don't know, Joao Pedro and Szoboszlai. You only had 2 players score points. Maybe one was Calafiori, so you had 3. All of your other players blanked, and everyone else has Hinshelwood, Sangare, De Kuiper. They all scored amazing points, right? And you didn't have it. Rodgers, you don't have any of those guys. Okay, so what happens now if in game week 2, Rodgers, Sangare, De Kuiper, Hinshelwood, these guys all blank, and your guys score points? Then that puts you even with the players from last week. But what could also happen is those who succeeded last week could not succeed this week. Your players who didn't succeed last week succeed this week, but then also your few players who succeeded last week also can succeed this week. Hopefully you're following me. There is a scenario where you leapfrog everyone who had a good score in game week 1. I don't know how likely that is. And particularly if you are on a bench boost this week, you've got a huge opportunity to catch up. Huge. Enormous. So everything can get better very, very quickly in the world of FPL. And you shouldn't panic after game week 1. Anyway, at what stage can we start looking at Chelsea defenders? Probably game week 4, where they face Hull. I think. Is that right? Yeah, 4 Hull. That's probably where I'd be looking. And hopefully Palestra is going to be available, because he's the one I'd want, really. Hopefully he can drop to 5.4. That would be a blessing. Is Konsa a risk to play? I don't see a world in which Konsa starts this weekend. Oh, they're saying that. It's Monday, isn't it? Arsenal. Monday night football. So maybe there's a small chance, but we're talking a 10% chance of Konsa starting this week? It's not happening. Who to bench? Dewsbury Hall or DCL? I guess Dewsbury Hall. Why are we trusting United? Just what? Just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. You'll see. You'll soon see why we're trusting United. That's all I'm going to say. Start 1, Anderson, Pedro, Porro, Brobby. I'd start Brobby. So basically your rank can fluctuate a lot. You can go up more than 1 million rank in one game week. At this early stage in the season, yes, it is very volatile. You can go from 8 million to 100,000th in a game week this week, theoretically, very, very feasibly. And as each week goes by, your rank volatility should, in theory, reduce week by week until you get locked in your game week 38 rank. But yeah, lots can change early on in the season. Lots can change very, very quickly. So anyone gloating for their game week 1 score, fair enough. No, fair enough. Be happy. If you had a good game week 1 score, you should absolutely be happy. But if you're gloating and writing off people who had a weak game week 1 score, I think you've shown your naivety and your inexperience in FPL, and that may come back, catch you up, and bite you on the bum. Let's see. No leaks as far as I've seen. However, we should probably keep an eye on that, right? I'm going to open up a separate tab on a different screen. And we'll, you know what we should do? We should look at Joe's website to see if there's been any trendy trends. If there's been any trendy trends up or down, that may be impacting things. Okay, so let's go 1 day. That's the 12 hours trends. That should give us a good idea. So this was this morning. Ooh. Oh, this was for the SAR news. Crystal Palace's goal odds dropped. Man City's projected goals dropped a little here as well. But they've seemed to have rised quite nicely over the past really few hours. Seem to be settling now. Yeah, Palace are pretty much settled at 1.05. So, okay, what does this suggest? This kind of suggests that nothing unexpected has happened. If Haaland was not playing, we would see a massive drop here. Because people with inside knowledge would be placing bets. And yeah, we would see a sharp drop in Man City's goal scoring odds or goal projections, but we're not seeing that. So this to me suggests that everyone who we think is playing because nothing's changed, because it is stable. So no surprises, presumably. And without any dedicated team news, or leaks, should I say, that's fairly conclusive. And very useful as well. Lots of people still ask me if I'm using my bench boost. Oh yeah. As things currently stand with 9 minutes till deadline, I am going to be using my bench boost. But could things change at the last minute? Well, I guess you'll have to watch the stream and find out. There's no chance things are changing. But still, you'll see clean sheet odds. Yeah, let's just look generally at the clean sheet odds, actually. We have seen Coventry with a little boost this afternoon. Actually, from yesterday, the day before this, Coventry clean sheet odds have actually increased a decent amount. But yeah, you're going to get 42% from Man United, 42% from Arsenal, 37 Liverpool, 36 Coventry, 35 Man City. Also, they're all on screen at all times. If you can see way over there, in that direction, where you see the fixtures, it says the projected goals and clean sheet odds. Hang on. It's over here. See? And what you have here, come close to the mic. What you have here is the clean sheet odds and the projected goals, and this updates live as well. So this is all going to update live. So you always know if anything changes as well. Do you already have a 4 million? Wait, do you already have Van der Eyck? I already have Van der Eyck, yeah. Hume or Rodon? Let's put the bench list back on screen for those last minute decisions. Anyone asking about transferring out Petrovic, please, for all that is holy, do not transfer out Petrovic just to get your team looking more similar to mine. Please don't do that. Petrovic is fine for this game week. Please don't waste a transfer on that. FPL Splash has obviously seen the AFC Richmond shirt. I too am Richmond till I die. It's been a long stream, guys. It's been a very long stream. We're coming up to 2.5 hours. I mean, is that long? It's pretty long. Do I think Conte has a chance of featuring? I think there's a solid chance he gets some minutes off the bench. Well, I mean, solid. Solid is an exaggeration. I think there is a non-zero chance he gets some minutes off the bench. I just don't think he starts. 10 days till UCL. Are you going to be posting content? I will not be. I've never played Champions League fan. Actually, have I? I've played it once or twice ever, but I'm not going to pretend I'm experienced enough to make any content around UCL fantasy. Good replacement for Konsa. Can you keep him on your bench? I would try and keep him on your bench because as soon as he starts starting, he will be an absolutely fabulous pick. Triple captain Bruno, what's your take, Dan? I'd wait for another opportunity personally. We got Hull at home for Haaland. You're going to have even Coventry next week at home for Haaland, I think is better than Ipswich at home for Bruno. So if you could wait one more week and triple captain next week, I would perhaps wait. But I know a lot of people are wildcarding next week, aren't they? So there you go. Don't know. I've only just noticed the football shirt you have on. Love it, FPL Mate. Oh, thank you, Paulie. Yeah, I've been watching the new season, and I didn't even realize it was out. I was thinking it still had a while before it was getting released. But watch the first few episodes whilst I wait for the next one to come out. Who's the Coventry starting striker? We don't know. It's one of Sims or Awaniyi. Oh, Show Team Gang is here and getting very angry. We are 5 minutes out, so this is prime Show Team Gang territory. I'm so sorry for trying to help with the bench related decisions. We do need to focus on the Show Team Gang. Do I watch every Premier League game? I don't know. I don't watch every Premier League game. I try and watch as many as I can. But a lot of them are on at the same time, so it's not physically possible. But yeah, typically I'll watch the Friday. I'll watch the early on Saturday. To be fair, I watch all Saturday games. I watch a Friday game, all Saturday games. Sunday is where things, sometimes get a bit messy. I usually watch the late Sunday game, but I often don't watch the early Sunday game. I'm usually doing something else. So yeah, watch most, but don't always watch the early Sunday game. Anyway, I appreciate if you could put the chip used on screen for us. I mean, you can see the big box around. I will, but the big box around. If I do that, you can't see my bench. Otherwise, I'm just going to make it too small. Do you want the mini version? Even then, you'd have to go even smaller. Is that really better? It's not. Yeah, the box around the bench is the indication that I am using my bench boost. And also, I've said it verbally a bajillion times. Right, guys, we got 2 minutes till deadline. So everyone lock in your no transfers and Haaland captain. Now, I know the bench decisions are the big ones this week, aren't they? They're hopefully sorted by you guys now at this point. Let's just see if there's any leaks. It doesn't look like there is any leaks. But again, because the projections haven't changed, that suggests to me that there's nothing crazy is about to happen. Yeah. Z the Gooner, I know Sangare is injured, but he's the Nottingham Forest Sangare. Don't worry, it's not the Brentford Sangare. It's not the popular FPL Sangare. It's the Nottingham Forest Sangare. Ibrahima. All right, I'm just going to refresh this just to make sure everything is okay. I'm going to do a quick screenshot as well. Download that just in case I need it later. Well, actually, let me crop it and then we can do a social media post. Got to fulfill our social media obligations for the new game week. Let's crop it properly. Make it look nice and neat. Oh, God, hang on. Dan, this is not the time to be messing around. Okay. Download that image. Okie dokie, guys. Literally under a minute to go. Please make sure you are locking in your bench is in the right order, your bench boost. Please make sure your bench boost is active. If you're planning on activating your bench boost, please double, triple check. Haaland's starting. I'm pretty sure Haaland's starting. Okay, but anyway, guys, make sure your bench boost is on. People often forget this. You have like 10 seconds to double check your bench boost is active. If you are planning on playing it, that is. People asking, should I bench boost at this stage? You are quite frankly too late for me to give an answer and you to go to the app. So make a decision. Should have tuned in earlier. Sorry, guys. And we're locked. Just like that. We are locked for another game week. And indeed, my triple... I need to do some pacing. I've been sat down for almost 3 hours. I need to do some pacing because triple Coventry defense bench boost is officially active. And we are so there for it. This is going to be the greatest moment of my FPL career. Or maybe the worst. We'll find out. We'll find out by the end of this weekend. But it could be very, very, very fun. I'm going to need all of the luck in the universe in order to get this over the line. Randy says Thomas will score 2 plus clean sheet. If Thomas gets a goal, clean sheet, and DEFCON points, 17 pointer, 3 bonus. I don't know. There will be parties in the FPL Mate household. Let me tell you that right now. That's I'm telling you right now. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Right, now the deadline's passed. We can chat about anything for 15 minutes whilst we wait for the official team news. So, yeah, stick with me, guys. We're going to wait around for some official team news, get the lineups and what have you. And, I don't know, what should we do in the meantime? Check my, my club. Check my club. What on earth is this guy's team name? I'm surprised that hasn't been banned as a team name. Oh, who's he got in his squad? Injured Hinchelwood, injured Nunes. You know what? There's a very good chance I might cook this guy. Who's he got that's worrying? He's got Njai, who might not play. Voltamada, who might not play. Strand Larson, who might not play. Hinchelwood, who won't play. Nunes, who might not play. Dallo, who might not play. Dunk, who might not play. Yeah, I should beat this guy. I really, really should beat this guy. With this. Club screen's frozen? Oh, yeah, it is. Why is it frozen? I'm glad you haven't seen his crazy team name in that case. But I'll show you, and we'll, and you can tell me if I'm winning. You can tell me if I'm winning or not. Okay. Is that fixed? Yeah. Okay, let me show you this guy's team. He's got so many, like, minute stats. Dallo might not play. Yeah. I think there's a good chance Dallo won't play. 30 more minutes, Dan. No, they changed it. You can they do the lineups 1 hour 15 now. So it'll be 15 minutes. Hey Dan, now deadlines are passed. Thoughts on selling Mbeumo and Thiago for Palmer, one of the 6 million forwards, either Whistle or Gonzalo Garcia? Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Yeah, the only difficulty is that haven't Brentford got a few more, like, okay fixtures. They've got Sunderland in game week 3, Bournemouth in 4, Chelsea in 5, Villa in 6, Liverpool in 7, Hull in 8. I don't hate any of these fixtures. I kind of like them all. So yeah, I mean, as long as you're happy to kind of sacrifice that. But yeah, in general, I do like that. Rena just got Ruben Dias from Manny. I got him as well, but I had to reject because he was too expensive. Hey Dan, what's this game? This is Club. I've left a link in the description if you want to play. And my mini league join link as well. Or join code. But yeah, it's free to play. Completely free to play. It's basically just like a fun mobile version of fantasy. Like, it's very casual. You can start any week. It's like it's done game week by game week, and the idea is you just go up the ranks and try and beat as many people as you can. Like, it's just like a classic mobile game, but it's fantasy scoring, which is great. Link in the description, and join my mini. If you're playing, please join my mini league. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my team. I think I should be. I could do with a few more gold players or rare players, but I think we'll get there. Nikyle says, seeing the GTA 6 extended look on Netflix yet? Oh, yes. Guys, has anyone else seen this? Please tell me. Please tell me you guys have seen the GTA Netflix thing. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Amazing. This could be... No, I'm not this could be. This is going to be the greatest video game of all time. Like, there's no doubt about it. This game looks incredible. It's insane. Even if, guys, if you've been away from gaming for a few years and you're thinking about dipping your toes back in, just watch, go on your Netflix account. You'll probably find it on YouTube or something. This could bring you back in. I'm serious. If you play GTA San Andreas when you were younger, or maybe even older GTA games. If you enjoyed GTA 5, which is, to me, GTA 5 is one of the greatest games of all time, I think. If you enjoyed GTA 5, if you miss DJ Kara, oh, DJ Kara, I'm going to miss DJ Kara more than anything, I think. Just watch the Netflix thing. It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes of gameplay. And it's well worth watching. I think you'll want to play. A few of you guys have added me as a friend. Let's accept you guys. Okay, league code. Someone's asked for the league code. Sure thing. I'll throw it on screen. I'll do a copy and paste thing as well. So, how do I do it? What am I looking for? Oh, here we go. FPL Mate League. There we go. I'll put the invite code in chat. Oh wait, it's not going to work. Can I copy and paste here? Copy to clipboard. There we go. There's the league code. I play in a band with a guy who voiced a character in GTA 4. That's awesome. And then be annoyed. Oh, you're going to watch it and then be annoyed that you can't afford to drop $600 on a PS5. Listen, let's just think about this for a second. Let's do some calculations. Let's do some calculations here. So, if you want to buy GTA 6, it's going to cost you, I don't know how much that is in dollars. $80 maybe. Let's do it in dollars. Let's say it's $80. Well, $79.99. It'll be about that, right? Then I'm going to centralize everything. Then how much time spent on the game? And then we need to do spent per hour. So say the gameplay itself, there's 100 hours of offline mode. So that means that you are getting about an hour's entertainment for 80 cents. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Think about it, guys. How much money do you spend on entertainment per hour? A lot more than 80 cents, I imagine, right? Now say you've got to factor in a console. How much did you say a console was? $600? Okay. Then it comes out a little more expensive. By the way, this is just a campaign. You can still free roam. If you want to free roam, do everything, you can maybe spend an extra 20 hours on the game. Like, this is a lot. This is really good value for money, I think. It seems that way, at least. Now, let's also factor in online. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Oh, wait, no, that's an old notification. Am I doing a giveaway on GTA? I hadn't planned on it, but... let's say you're also playing online. You can definitely get... I don't know, how many hours of online play before you get bored? Probably double it at least, right? I'll play probably 1,000 hours online. But let's say, you know, we're at least doubling it. So if you can get 300... Let's put hours in brackets. If you can get 300 hours worth of entertainment from GTA 6, then that's coming out as $2 per hour's entertainment. Can you work it out on PS5 Pro? I don't know how much that costs. UK prices. Let's say a PS5 Pro is what, $450? I don't know. Oh whoa, really? How much is just a normal PS5? Why is a PS5 Pro so expensive? Just get an Xbox, man. Get an Xbox like me. Wait, a Series X is that expensive? I got mine so many years ago, I forgot. All right, a Series S. How much is that? These prices gone up. Okay, you get one renewed for 300. Plus the game, which is 60. So 360. You got a... Oh, just put 360. And then change this to... What am I doing? $2 currency, custom currency, pounds. There we go. So, like, again, 360. Your console will have resale value, and you can play other games as well. This is all such a good point. They're going up because of the RAM shortage and GTA. Ah, I see. I was going to say, I swear I got my Series X for like £500. No, yeah, like £450, £500. And that was several years ago. That was like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, maybe even now. It was like, no, it was so long ago. When did the Series S come out? Or Series X, I mean. 2020. 6 years ago. I paid £450. There you go. Oh my word. All right, well, apparently the prices are going up. What the hell? What about TV and electricity and nagging from misses and snacks? I don't think we can financially account for the nagging. Snacks, you're having snacks anyway. TV and electricity, yeah, fair enough. But that's like, what, an extra... For 300 hours? How much does 300 hours worth of electricity cost? Realistically, it's not going to be crazy, is it? Maybe another £50. I don't know. But, like... The point is... In terms of value for money... I think it's a pretty good investment, particularly if you already have a console and it's just like a base £60 for the game. Then it's like a no-brainer. Like if you get 300 hours of fun from GTA 6 and you already have a console, 20 pence per hour. is in. You know what? I'm kind of glad I've already got a console because that's crazy. I can't believe how expensive they are now. Wow. I lost a girlfriend on GTA 4. Didn't care back then. Be careful for GTA 6. Was it an in-game girlfriend or a real-life one? I'm heavily married, and I've heavily warned my wife that she will lose me to this game. Right, guys, we're going to get the Man City lineups any moment now. So for that reason, let's prepare ourselves. Let's prepare ourselves for it. A female protagonist named Lucia. Yeah, that probably is not going to help the girlfriend situation for a lot of people. Just don't spend too much time in the slightly more degenerate places in GTA if there's any other people in the house / room. Am I an Arsenal, a United fan? No, I am Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal fan. My favourite game? My favourite game is either Apex Legends, RuneScape, or Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, they're probably my top three. They're probably the three video games I've sunk the most time into for sure. And we're talking like 200 hours. No, sorry, 200 hours? No, 200 days probably into each of those games. Yeah, probably 200 days in each of those games, which is crazy. Apex Legends was sick in 2018 and 2019. Yeah, I was playing that all the way through COVID as well. All the way through COVID. Right, let's get a refresh in here, guys. We got the lineup. So, Foden is starting. So we've got Donnarumma, Kusanov, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly. O'Reilly starting as well, but this time as a defender. We've got Anderson, Gahey in midfield again. Wild. Foden, Cherky, Semenyo, Haaland. Buadi straight onto the bench. Wow. No Nunes still, by the looks of things. So okay, yeah. Again, not much, not many surprises. Nothing worrying in terms of FPL there. So just to go over the starting 11 for Man City again, it's Donnarumma, Kusanov, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Anderson, Gahey, Foden, Cherky, Semenyo, and Haaland. Let's check out Crystal Palace. Try the Shadow of the Colossus. I know all about that game, man. I've never played it, but yeah, it's a tearjerker, isn't it? Who was your main on Apex? Horizon, when Horizon came out, was my main, but I also have a lot of hours in Wraith. Basically any DPS character. What about you? And whilst you're answering me that, let's look at this Palace lineup. Henderson, Kalali. I don't know how to say that name. Canvo, Richards, Tomiyasu, Mitchell, Wharton, Kamada, Pino, Nketiah, Strand, Larson. No Mateta. Munoz on the bench. Disasi comes in but goes onto the bench. That's worrying. That's worrying. If you don't own a Man City attacker right now, I would have some fear. I think that's enough to convince me, actually, to put Foden back on. Since I wasn't sure if Foden was going to start or not. But yeah, for club guys, the deadline goes until the first game kicks off. So I definitely, I would prefer it if FPL worked this way, to be honest. So let's go to a, who am I going to drop? Who do I drop here, guys? Calvert-Lewin? Or Tavernier? I like both. You know, I really like my team. I think I've got to play Foden, though. Maybe I'd go 3 at the back and drop Hall. Let's go 3 at the back. 3-5-2. I'm going to play you here. And no, Tarko's staying there. Triffair's going in for Hall. Yeah. That's good. Let's swap you. Yeah, okay, I'm happy. Yeah. All right, we're gonna look good. We're gonna look good. Yo, Dan, have some water, twin. I mean, I have my squash. I should have some more though. Okie dokie. Not the free time is the problem, Chris. Fair enough, man. If you don't have the free time to play GTA, that is completely understandable. I will find free time though. I will make free time happen, even if it means one less upload that week when it comes out. Sorry, it's a big event for someone who loves video games. Have you ever played Dark Souls? That's a little heavy for me. A little heavy for me. I don't know if I've got it in me. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap things up just about there. Good luck for the new game week. Hope you guys all absolutely smash it. As long as Coventry keep a clean sheet, you guys can do really well as well. And I especially hope everyone out there with triple Coventry on their bench boost. I particularly hope you guys do really, really well. I'm rooting for you. Mostly because I'm also rooting for myself. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support today, the super chats, the memberships that we've gained along the way, and all of the lovely chats and questions and conversation we've had as well. Enjoy the football. I know I will. And I will see you on Sunday for an update on my team and what I'm planning on doing and what we've kind of learned from Game Week 2 when we get there. But cheers, guys. Appreciate you and enjoy. Good luck. See you on social media. Bye-bye.